northeast at 40. Appreciate that. Slide this down to the south, put that in the lower right-hand corner. Excuse me. Moving to the northeast. That rotation looks like it's getting kind of sheared apart just a little bit. Moving to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. That's going to have it really close to the West Plains community at 3 o'clock. Caulfield in about 236, Pottersville 246, and then West Plains at 3 o'clock. Can you read us the warning, the latest one that is for the one down there in Baxter County?
Yeah, sure. I've got this other one pulled up, so let me clear that off, and then we'll go back to this one for Baxter County.
Okay.
We've been watching the storm behind the scenes for about 30 minutes or so, and now what they're saying about this new warning that includes Fulton County now is that we're looking at this storm continuing to move to the northeast at 50 miles an hour. The hazard is tornado, but also potentially some ping-pong-sized hail. So they're going to be watching this as it continues to move through, heading toward Gasville right now, right on top of them, and then also continuing to move to the northeast. They're not really saying much else about that in the official bulletin for that right now.
Now, did you say also they had some spotters on that one?
Yeah, someone said earlier in the chat before the second warning got issued that there was rapid rotation in the clouds near Marion County Airport. So, and I think that's what prompted them to continue this warning into Fulton County.
Yeah, because, you know, and this is really, really far away from the radar. So getting a good look on this is really difficult. But you can still see, if you notice, we're using the Springfield radar site out of Missouri, and you can see the rotation right through here, and you can see it going away from it here. So it has gone just past flipping. Now, keep in mind, the radar beam, because of the curvature of the Earth, is sitting at about 20,000 feet at this point. So this will be coming into the mountain home area, whether it is rotating on the ground or not, here within the next, I'd say, 8 minutes or so, and then continuing on if it holds together. The environment here is starting to get more conducive for severe weather. But right now it's kind of borderline at the moment. I will say this area to the north, have they said much about it? It also doesn't look really impressive.
They've not. I've been looking at the chat for the Springfield office as well, and they've just mentioned that there was a report for Houston, which is outside of our area, of a funnel cloud, and nothing about this one.
Outside of Houston, that's going to be way up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's here.
So they're not saying anything. They just issued the warning
and then went on. Okay, yeah, that's so if we're getting funnel clouds, that's up in this area. If you know where Houston and Plato, that's just south of Rolla, up around Fort Leonard Wood. A lot of military families live in the Houston and Plato area. That's just outside of Regent. So we're not getting a ton of information right now for these storms that are coming through the mountain home area and down to the southwest of West Plains. So what we'll do, what we do know is its movement, and we will put a storm track on the leading edge of it. You said that was moving to the northeast at 50 miles per hour. So we'll put a new storm track on it that has it in Mountain Home. In about the next 5 minutes, Briarcliff 241, Hendersonville 245, Ruth 250, Viola 302, Moco, if it goes into Missouri, at 312. 312. So here's your times of arrival. If you have maybe family or friends in that area also, you may give them a call and make sure that they understand the threat. I think everybody pretty much knows that we've got severe weather coming in, and it's just now starting. Now here's what could happen with this. Let's go back to radar. Here's what could happen with these storms. If I go back to the home view here, we may see these storms move through, and then we get a little break. We go back to regular programming for a bit, and we watch the storms back to the west and to the southwest. We'll watch and see if that happens, but that is a possibility also.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. These storms are not moving into the best environment that we're going to have today.
Yeah.
and they're just barely clipping us as well, so I wouldn't be surprised. They just issued a severe thunderstorm warning that's clipping the northern parts of Baxter County and the northwestern parts of Fulton County. I was going to go ahead and click on this to try to figure out, oh, that was the tornado warning, not that one.
I guess I like what they're doing here. They're showing you where the rotation is with the mountain home, with the tornado warning there, but also that hail core that is coming in. So tornado or not, this is going to be a severe storm that causes some pretty big issues with the mountain home area. And we'll go in just a minute. Just for those in the back, we may want to pull up the computer in a minute, take a look at some of the RDOT cameras that we have over in Mountain Home, because they've got a lot of street cameras right there in the middle of town. So that's going to give us probably a look at the large hail that's coming in. And if there is a tornado there, we're going to see it there also. If we can go back to the other computer. Let's go back here, and I'm going to zoom in on this area and watching two areas of rotation. So we got this storm here. It's got a hail core. This kind of a Okay, we'll go to that camera in a minute. I'll tell you something else in the back. By the way, if you guys ever wonder if I'm talking to myself, there's an earpiece right there, and we have a producer that we're talking to. If you guys in the back see anything, you probably won't until this part gets into Mountain Home, unless y'all have some cameras back here. But once that gets into Mountain Home, we'll take a closer look at it. So I appreciate y'all having that on standby. If you look at the wind within the storm right now, broad rotation. Now you may think to yourself, oh, it's wide rotation. That must be a big tornado. Not necessarily. Think of it kind of like an ice skater. If you ever see an ice skater and they have their hands out wide, they're not going as fast as when they tighten up and they start really spinning. If you ever watch the Olympics and stuff, and then when they widen back out, they slow down. So having broad rotation like that doesn't mean big tornado. That just means that we don't probably have a tornado right now. But notice how this rotation is broader than this. This is actually tightening up just a little bit. This one that is down to the southwest of Mountain Home around Gassville. That's why we're saying, if you're in Gassville, if you're in Mountain Home, you need to be taking your tornado precautions right now. We need you to have as many walls in between you and the outside that you possibly can, and we need you to be as low as possible. If you have family in Mountain Home, they have a basement, tell them to get down into the basement. So that's what we're watching in this area here. That's going to be in the Mountain Home here in the next, probably in the next 10 minutes. And then go over into Henderson also.
Yeah, and they're talking about this storm that's moving into Fulton County as well. They're noting that since it is so far away from the radar, it's going to be difficult to gauge the strength of the rotation near the surface, much like you just said. But if it continues, it's going to get pretty close to Salem.
Okay, so that's what we're watching. This is hitting some. This is going to be coming into very populated areas. And here's something else that happens when a storm like this is really far away from the radar site, and we know the environment that it's in. We've been talking all morning about we're at a level 5 out of 5. Now in this area, it's a level 4, but nonetheless, when you are in this type of environment, if a storm is really far away from the radar site, the National Weather Service is going to err on the side of caution. What I mean by that is they may see rotation. They know that the radar beam is sitting at about 12,000 feet. They know our limitations are we can't see the lower levels of this storm. So it's good to have spotters out there which have said they have rotation there, and they're going to stick with this for a little bit. Now, if this was a little closer to the radar and it started falling apart a little bit down the lower parts of the atmosphere, be a different story. But there is no harm in an environment like this. Oh boy, that tightened up.
Yeah, and it's like right on, it's getting very close to Mountain Home right now too.
Yeah.
I've got a couple, or I've looked at one of the cameras in Mountain Home.
Yeah.
And the one in the center of town, you're just seeing some rain there right now. Nothing looks super
Let's go to one of
concerning.
those cameras if we can. I trust y'all just kind of find, oh, there it is. There's the dark sky coming in. So you can see, man, these people need to be taking cover. These are people just driving around. They've got a tornado warning
Right there.
right there at it. Goodness. All right, so I tell you what, you guys in the back, keep an eye on all the cameras. Christina's going to be watching some of them also. I say it all the time, radar is a great tool, but especially when you're this far away from it, having eyes on the storm is going to be, look how calm it is there too. Look at the tree there right in front of the bank. So we're going to be watching this closely. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
and
go back
this
to
is-
radar. What's that?
Oh, I was going to say it's like coming right into the middle of Mountain Home if we are seeing this potentially as an active tornado.
Yeah.
So it's getting very, very close to the middle of Mountain Home, and that was the camera that they were looking at as well. Now, I don't know where that camera is pointing, if it's pointing toward that storm or not.
Right.
But we're seeing that rotation. We're having a couple of issues with the radar data coming in and out. But
We are, if you would, okay, you're looking into it. We're looking into a data issue right now also. You can kind of see the hiccup in the radar product here. So obviously we're missing some.
velocity's just come back now.
Okay, let's take a look at velocity. Let's see, we got two things. I don't want to forget this storm up here to the West Plains. Boy, you can see it's just really broad rotation. But that's just outside of our viewing area. We've got a lot of people right here in Mountain Home that either have interest there or they kind of live in two different locations. There's the new rotation coming in. Let's see if I can get it. Well, guys.
On the right there along north of Highway 412, so on the north side of Mountain Home, and then looking back up into Howell County, that rotation has really broadened out and become more of a wind threat moving towards West Plains.
Do we have any cameras that are here on the north side of Mountain Home that we could take a look at real fast?
The only camera that would be there would be the one at Henderson on the looking towards Lake Norfolk.
But there's nothing in the northern parts of the town?
No, just those three that are on Highway 412.
Okay, let's go to that Henderson camera if we can. That sits right over there. There we go. You can't see a lot outside of a dark, dark sky out there. And I tell you, you look at these cameras sometimes, there could be a raindrop on it. I see there on the right. If you first glance at it, you go, "Whoa, what is that?" But that's probably a raindrop sitting there. But you can see a dark sky. And I'm looking close. You can see the rain-free base there on the right side.
Just barely behind the trees.
It is. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'm not seeing anything too concerning outside of a few scud clouds, and I don't see any power flashes or anything like that.
No, I'm seeing scud clouds over on some of the cameras inside of Mountain Home as well. Starting to see some sunshine.
That's wild.
Unfortunately, a lot of people still driving on the roads. Don't recommend that during a tornado warning by any means. But
all right, let's go back to radar. There's sun shining right there at Henderson. Yeah, y'all keep an eye on those cameras. I'm gonna go to radar real fast because I do need to show you something else. There's the rotation. It is kind of passing to the north of Mountain Home. So there it is. See it right here? Look at where the reds and greens are together. Right there. There it is, right there.
And
so,
they also.
Okay, let's go to it. Oh yeah, very heavy rain now. We got any hail on that?
Hard to see. I don't
think
think so. I think those are just raindrops.
But it's amazing how many people are out on the road right now.
Yeah, too many.
I mean, tornado warning right there, and boy, there's some flooding on the roads. Look at that, or ponding on the roads. Looks like they're driving through.
There is a tornado warning that's clipping West Plains right now as well.
Yeah, let's go back to radar, and I kind of wanted to show that. Let me widen out here just a second, and you can get an idea of the new tornado warning. This is just on the outside of Region 8. This is for this right here. It's still for this broad area of rotation. They're just extending this to the north, which would take it even farther outside of Region 8. We got a handful of people that probably watch us at West Plains, southern parts of the county, a little more so. But what we're really watching right now is going to be that storm that is going through Baxter County, and it's got its eyes on the western parts of Fulton County. Let's put a storm track on it for those that are just now joining us. That's moving to the northeast at 50 miles an hour. And I'm going to kind of put a wide path on this one just to kind of account for it not exactly knowing exactly where it is because of how far away it is from the radar. But it is in Gavilia, 252, Baudette, 259, Leota, 310, 319, Lebo, as it continues to move into southern Missouri eventually.
Yeah, I'm still kind of watching the environment that it's moving into, and it's still
A little calmer
yeah, it's not the most favorable environment that we're probably going to see this evening.
afternoon. Yeah.
But it's still trying. It's still working with a little bit. It's about to get into an area of a little bit more stable air. So that could kind of hurt these storms, which would be good.
So here's the lake right here. If you see this little blue line, that camera that we were showing you sits right here, and it was looking back this direction. And that's kind of where the rotation is. So you see the storm, keep watching it. The rotation is right there. So if there is something there, like I said, this blue line right here, we can go to that Henderson camera here in just a minute. In fact, I wouldn't mind. Let's go ahead and do that. If we can go look at the Henderson camera again, it sits right here. Let's stick with that. So that shows it. Don't worry. Once again, I think there's a raindrop just to the left of where it says RDOT, because it kind of looks like something scraping the ground there. Let's not go with that. What I want to watch right here is if we see any power flashes. There's an antenna back there blinking. I see that. Look how calm the trees are there. Just not moving a bit.
No, it seems very relaxed.
But this is going to give us a really good eye. If you look way there in the distance, that is kind of on the right side is where we would see something. And I'm not seeing anything right now, but I really would like somebody in the back. We're going to go back to radar here in a minute, but somebody in the back, stay watching that. Aaron, I'm gonna get your take on this. You know this area also. I know there's a little rise in elevation there. That to the right side there, though, that's a smudge on the camera. That's not a lowering there, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's just a smudge, but it's not. I'll say it is hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
I will say it's been in the same spot since we looked at the camera.
That's what I was thinking also. I think if they turned the camera a little to the right, you might get, we might get a better look. But look at the sun shining. I mean, this is still just cooking the atmosphere, and that's a little concerning also.
Lots of sunshine. You can see that the clouds are pretty low, though. They're also moving pretty quickly as well. So.
Well, I'll tell you what else they're going to get here shortly. Let's go back to radar. That camera might give us a look. Once again, that camera is sitting right here, right there. So it's looking back to this. Let's go back to the wind within this storm. It's looking, so here's the camera right here. So I don't think there's a tornado there. I think we would have seen it just now on that camera. But it is concerning. So I kind of wish they would keep moving that camera around just a little bit. Looks like we just lost velocity data for a minute. Did somebody call on that also?
We have,
Okay.
but I'm also having trouble on looking at the radar back, so it may be a Springfield
Might
thing.
be a Springfield radar issue. Okay.
One thing to point out just real quick before they're fixing to issue a new tornado watch, a PDS tornado watch for the eastern half of the state.
Okay.
So that's coming down the stream here in the next little bit, and that'll go until about midnight.
Okay, so you'll see that come across your phones here in just a second. Let me see what we've got here.
I'm still watching both of these storms.
All
Yes, we have tornado warnings, but full transparency, not very concerning right now. So I think that's some good news. It's not going into a very favorable environment. We still want to take all tornado warnings seriously as if there is something on the ground, especially this far away from the radar, because we do not know what's going on at the surface. This is several thousand feet up in the sky. If there's rotation up there, it still has to work its way down to the surface quite a bit before we actually know that anything's happening. So still take this seriously. We've been seeing way too many cars driving on the road
That's
there.
wild.
And this area of rotation that's in Baxter County right now is just right north of 412 right now, and it's almost kind of riding that highway as it gets a little bit closer to Fulton County, and it's also on the kind of the northern side, the upper side of this little polygon here. So we're watching the rotation right here, and a lot of people think that the middle, well, that just updated, but a lot of people think that the middle of the storm or the polygon is where the tornado is, and that's not necessarily the case. What we're watching right now is going to be this little area where the reds are going away from the radar in Springfield, Missouri, and the greens are going toward. And that new scan may be a little stronger.
It does look a little stronger. I will agree with you on that. Let's go back to the camera, the Henderson camera, because the rotation would still be in view of the Henderson camera, I believe. If we could just get it to turn a little bit more to the right, I think it would be even more so. Is that a wall cloud right there? Maybe not.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not either.
Looking at the west side, that would be looking on the south side of 412, so we need to look on the right side of the screen. That's going to be the north side of 412. We're looking back towards the west.
We'd have to go back to the side, the other side for a second. So where this rotation is right now, it has just now gone through the Kingwood Estates area, really close to Dogwood Park. It's about to cross over Highway 101, so that's a little bit to the right of where this is. It's not too far away now after it crosses 101. It's going to be going into parts of Fulton County, so it will take it into Viadet in the Jeep community, or probably just to the north of Jeep. So we'll watch that. We'll watch the camera, but I really think it's going to be to the right of the camera now. So there it is. We're going to put another storm track on this, give you some times of arrival. It is going to hit some more rural areas. It doesn't look like it hit the most populated parts of Mountain Home, and we haven't had any reports of it being on the ground. So still going at about 50 miles per hour, I would assume.
Yep.
Three o'clock, Bakersfield into the Leota area at 307, South Fork 318, Lanton at 325 as it continues moving on to the northwest into southern Missouri. So there's the rotation. It's still there, but once again, if you're just now joining us, this is pretty far away from the radar site. Let's give you a wide perspective, put you on radar, give everybody, kind of reset everybody on where we are and what's going on. The National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center is about to issue, if they haven't already, a tornado watch for this area. Is this going to include most of Region 8, or is it going to include just this eastern area?
I think it's going to probably include much of Region 8. The Weather Service office in Little Rock said that they're coordinating with this as well.
Okay.
Said the eastern half of the state. So
here's what they're worried about, guys. You see all these little cells that are way ahead of this line that we're already covering. This is a nasty environment. This right here, I mean, you've got all the ingredients for long track tornadoes. That's why they're at, or we are at a level 5 out of 5 severe weather threat. So as these storms continue to develop, they're going to issue a tornado watch for this. And as Aaron was saying, it's probably going to last well into the night. We've got to watch things like this. See this little thing north of Pine Bluff right now? Not much to it right now. A little pocket of heavy rain. Might have a little bit of lightning with it. But that's going to be lifting to the north and probably strengthening also. And then we've got this entire line that's going to be coming in here also.
And just to say how quickly those storms can form, just looking back in Tennessee, moving out of North Mississippi, that storm went from nothing to a severe thunderstorm warning on the east side of Memphis, just really quick. So
they did. Well, I tell you what, I thought we would have a little bit of a break before we went into coverage all afternoon and all night, but I am starting to doubt that. I'm starting to think that because we now have these storms coming in, we get the storms out to the east coming in also, and this day is going to start shaping up, I believe, kind of like we thought. A lot of schools letting out early right now. Don't worry if you're watching us out east and you let out at 2 o'clock and there's still buses out there. I think most of Region 8 is still good right now. This is up around the Mountain Home area, western parts of Fulton County. I'm gonna stop this. We haven't talked a whole lot about the hail within the storm, but I wouldn't be surprised. I see at least 2 areas that would be concerning right there. Once again, we're looking way off in the distance on this storm, but if you look right there to the southwest of Bakersfield, See that? You have to kind of look through the storm there, but you can kind of see. All right. And let's see, we'll go back to radar here. So the Henderson camera that we showed you just now sitting right here, it might get into that hail here in just a minute. Greater hail threat's going to be up here, right around Bakersfield, southwest of Bakersfield, just to the west of Bakersfield. But we do have this hail core that's going to be coming in. Let's go back to the wind. That rotation is continuing to be right there. Haven't had any reports of it touching down. New update. That's Robinson Point down there in the corner. A lot of people know where that is. So it looks like just past to the north of Robinson Point. This is about to cross over the state line. It's about to come up to the Bakersfield community. This new tornado watch, I believe, is going to pick that one up. Yeah, I think that's what that's going to do. So this is going to cross over the state line. The rotation's probably not going to go into Fulton County. Am I off base on that?
I don't think so.
I think it's going to cross right over.
Yeah.
So a lot of times polygons are issued really large areas to account for any wobble of the rotation that comes through. So this was coming in, and it really started heading more to the left. And just as a radar analysis on that, when a storm's strengthening, it will turn to the right more. So it going to the left tells me I'm not as concerned about it. Still, pay close attention to this one, but this is about to go into Howell County, and it's just going to kind of ride the edge of Region 8 for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not super concerned about that one either. What would be more concerning would be if on the right side of that you saw something else starting to tighten up, and I'm not seeing anything else tightening up.
And it's good to get some good news like that on a day like today,
Yes.
Where storms aren't really strengthening right off the bat. While we have a little bit of a moment while that is moving through, guys in the back, do we have the ability to go to Jace yet? And if we do, it'd be awesome whenever we get that opportunity. Just tell me in my area when and if we ever get that. But in the meantime, I also want to point out to the fact that notice the clock here at 2:52. And I said this the past couple of tornado rounds that we've had. If you're watching us on a streaming service, there's a possibility of what we call a streaming delay. Sometimes it can take as much as 90 seconds for you to get this stream. So it says 2:52 right now. So look at your watch and go, okay, what's it say on my watch? So that you get kind of an idea of where we are as far as the time on the streaming service. Someone asked me not too long ago, what's the fastest way to get your live stream? And it's the old school antenna. You go buy a $20, $30 antenna at Walmart and you plug it in the back of your TV and point it towards western Craighead County. That's going to be the fastest signal that you can get. So if you want to do that, that's something that you can do. All right, meteorologist Jace Passmore, he's going to be out in the George Kell Storm Tracker today. And he's kind of in a wait-and-see situation. But while we had just a couple of minutes, I wanted to talk with Jace and kind of get an idea of him and Matt Bowman's game plan today. Jace?
Yeah, hey Ryan. So we kind of started to the north. We're just outside of Pocahontas, but we're going to start dropping down towards the south. We're really watching this development that is south of Interstate 40, just to the north of Pine Bluff. Now, obviously, we're watching that tornado warning out towards the west. That's kind of going to pass to our northwest. So what is more sparking my interest is all this development that is happening north of Pine Bluff, south of Interstate 40. Very unstable, very moist air mass down there, and if any storm like that can really intensify and stay by itself, that's going to be a big issue.
Yeah, I agree, Jace. That's what the most concerning part of this environment is. Everything that's happening a little bit farther to the west right now, not in the best environment right now, I'd say. All right, thank you, Jace.
So we're just gonna...
What are you planning on doing, Jace?
I said we're just going to maybe drop south just a little longer and watch these. And something else that you or Ryan mentioned is how quickly that severe thunderstorm warning to the east of the Memphis metro went up. That's what's going to happen today. These storms are going to go up quick. And with all the storm fuel, all the instability we have, they are going to intensify very quick as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at those storms also. All right, Jace, I appreciate that. If we go back to radar, so we're watching the tornado warning here to the northwest. It is just on the edge of our viewing area. So it's up here around Bakersfield. If you look at the wind with the storm right now, it's just riding the northern parts of that. Now let me see here. That scan is not the latest scan. I don't think.
It's lining up with what I'm seeing too.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is going to be continuing on pretty soon to go into Missouri. But, I think Springfield radar might be
There it goes. It just updated.
Yeah, I think Springfield radar is possibly having some issues right now.
Because right now it's right on the state line, it seems.
Yeah. So here it is right here. It's about to cross over into the state line. This warning here has picked that up. Just to kind of give you an idea, Region 8 is kind of right through here. So we'll watch that. We know there's some interest up there. We know we have some viewers kind of right through here who may have some interest just outside of our viewing area. But this is riding right along our viewing area right now. And the cool thing about Gray Media, we own the TV station out of Springfield, so KY3 is also covering this storm right now as well. And if you widen out, you can see that we're going to start seeing more storms down to the south. And as Jace was just saying, we're going to have to watch these, because if you look at these storms down here, already got a severe thunderstorm warning for the eastern parts of Memphis. But if you notice, these storms are heading due north and they're strengthening. So if you just draw a line here, if these continue, they're going to be clipping the eastern parts of Poinsett County, parts of Mississippi County as well. And this could be kind of the storms before the storms, and these could be pretty nasty also. Got one just to the south of Joyner, and this is going to go through parts of Mississippi County. So we can't let that sneak up on us either. And they're strengthening pretty fast, so I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing some more warnings coming out of there. If you notice, so we got more down to the south right there. They're not growing quite as fast, so more severe thunderstorm warnings south of Memphis.
I'm still watching some of these storms up in the Ozarks, and for Howe County and the very, very northwestern parts of Oregon County, instead of extending the tornado warning, they've gone with a severe thunderstorm warning and put a tornado tag possible on it. So they're still noticing that very broad rotation like what we were talking about earlier. So the storm as a whole is still rotating, but likely not enough for it to produce a tornado, but still some very gusty winds and potentially some $half size hail with that storm.
Okay. And I'll tell you what, we're starting to get some big time hail. Let me go this real fast. Let's go back to that storm. Did the new watch just come out also?
I've been waiting to see. It looks, yes, 7 minutes ago.
Okay. So there's the hail core with this thing. It's still kind of a little bit of a hook through there, a little bit. It's kind of messy, but that's definitely broadening out just a bit. Let's go back to radar. There's the hail with this. This is outside of Region 8, but you can get a look at it right there. Had some reports. Yeah, that's interesting to see. See, some of this is lofted up in the air, but if you rotate this around the other way, you can see. There it is, right there. You just got to kind of look closely. There it is, right there. So this thing's probably producing some pretty large hail also. Just got a report from a friend up in Mountain Home of the rotation went it was aloft, didn't touch down, but was definitely seen.
Okay, that's multiple people saying it.
Yeah. All right, I'm trying to see if I've got anything new here.
Yeah, I've been trying to skim some socials and looking at what the National Weather Service is saying, and I'm not getting very many reports on those storms right now.
Yeah, this is going to be right on, and they dropped the tornado warning now for Baxter County completely, it looks like. Did they just drop it completely?
I'm not seeing that. I still see a tornado warning for Baxter County and Fulton County. It might be delayed though.
Okay.
Let's see. So, I'm saying they said they were going to expire it, so we'll probably just have to wait for it to catch up.
All right. Tell you what, we're not too far from maybe taking a little bit of a break because that warning is gone now. And this is right on the outside of Region 8. So we may take a break here. This is just going to be skirting right on the edge of Region 8. If it starts moving more eastward at all, we will break back into regular programming. But this is going to continue up and maybe come close to West Plains. It's right on the outside of our viewing area. If it starts coming any more through here, then of course we will break back into regular programming. Kind of give you another idea of those storms that are coming to the south also. So we're having to watch these also. If those start spinning, we will break back into regular programming. But for now, we're going to rejoin regular programming. Fulton County, Baxter County, you guys are in the clear. This tornado warning in Howell County, it's kind of going through the western parts of the area. It's just outside of Region 8. So our sister station, KY3 in Springfield, will be covering that one. I have a feeling we're going to be back on here pretty soon. So we will probably see you in just a little bit. But kind of hang in your houses or hang in whatever shelters you're going to be hanging out with as we go into the afternoon and into the evening. High water already?
Yeah, that is some pretty high water, and with all the rain we're expecting, this right here could be some trouble. But we're heading south on Highway 37 out of Grubbs, heading towards the Amagon area. And I don't know, I lost service there, but for a second there, this looked like it was an anticyclonic tornado.
It is. That's what the National Weather Service is saying about it.
Ground.
Yeah, the Weather Service is saying that's what it would be.
So we're going to keep dropping south and watch it. It does look like it's weakening just a little bit, which is good news. But we're gonna keep following it. Pretty difficult chasing out here, not only with the cell service, but also this storm kind of looks like it's running right along the Cache River, and there's only a few places you can cross the Cache River out here.
Now, where did you say? Well, I can look at your location here in a minute, but you said you were heading south. Are you going to head south and try to stay on the west side of that tornado warned storm?
Yeah, we're on Highway 37 south of Grubbs, heading down to intersect with Highway 14.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we'll continue to watch Jace's live feed there, and we'll continue to watch this severe thunderstorm. It's coming into Stone County, eventually coming into Cleburne County. Once again, if you're just now joining us, this tornado warning is outside of our viewing area. It's going into Tennessee. In fact, they've got numerous tornado warnings from southern or western parts of Tennessee into the northern parts of Mississippi. And then we're watching this storm here that has the tornado warning with it in Woodruff County. And as I said, meteorologist Jace Passmore is right here. And he's going to continue heading down to the south, intercept this storm, get a pretty good look at it also. It is weakening quite a bit, so we'll see how that unfolds. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't cancel that warning early because of it weakening. Special weather statements in effect for parts of Fulton County. Got a pretty intense little storm right there coming through. A lot of lightning with it. Some gusty winds also showing up in Fulton County.
The special weather statement is for wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour and nickel-sized hail, so is just below those severe limits that we have of quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
Yeah, I could see where there would be some hail within that storm, just kind of looking at it in a 3D perspective. So that's not out of the question as it continues to move through parts of Fulton County. So once again, there's Salem. You can see the heavy rains just off to your southwest just a bit. So be aware of maybe some dime-size hail with it. As we look a little farther to the north, you can see right there on the edge of your screen, there is a tornado warning, new radar scan coming in right now for the storm coming out of Howe County going into the western parts of Oregon County. There might be a little bit of rotation there crossing over into northwestern parts of Oregon County, but that's going to be outside of our viewing area. So as far as Region 8 is concerned, they did drop that one. Did they make any comment on that when they did?
Let me see. I didn't. It just says we will allow the tornado warning to expire. The weird storm is no longer rotating strongly in the low levels.
They said weird?
Yes.
That's right, the weird storm. All right, so by the way, if you have family over in parts of Tennessee, that right there is a confirmed tornado in the Jackson, Tennessee area. So once again, we're going to continue watching that storm. It does look like it's weakening quite a bit. This storm's finally making some movement to the east. And I say finally because this entire line just kind of sat there over this area that has a flash flood warning right now and dropped 2 to 4 inches of rain. So getting these storms to move a little bit and get the heavy rain off of them is good. And it's going to continue moving to the east. Now, moving slower than what we anticipated. The tornado warning's right on the outside of Region 8. We will have to watch this storm here, and we'll have to watch this storm down to the south that just now had the tornado warning with it. Once again, meteorologist Jace Passmore is in the George Kell Storm Tracker right there. He's going to watch this storm as it comes in and watch the storms that are coming in from the west. I hear a new tornado warning coming in, but it doesn't appear to be our area. It looks like it'll be updated tornado warning from somewhere. All right, so the tornado warning to the northwest is outside of our viewing area. Severe thunderstorm warning back to the west. We're going to continue to watch that also. If we need to break in for this storm, we will. It will probably start tightening up at some point. So we need people, while it is just a severe thunderstorm warning right now, we do need everybody from Cave City to Batesville down to Southside, even Heber Springs, to be keeping an eye on this storm. If it does start rotating and tightening up, of course, we will break back into regular programming. So this looks to be a trend that we're going to continue for a little bit, dipping in and out of programming with tornado warnings. We'll continue to watch this severe storm coming into our western areas. If it goes tornado warned, we will bring that to you. And once again, meteorologist Jace Passmore right there in Jackson County. We'll keep an eye on his live feed also. put this into motion, you can see, yeah, that's for that coming in.
Yeah, the Weather Service, they're drafting that up for that storm down there coming out of Woodruff County. Inch-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. But further down, that southernmost storm we've been talking about that's been showing that characteristic of trying to turn on that line of 4 has had, the Weather Service has upped the hail to that to 3 inches. So if that holds together, that will move into Woodruff County within the hour.
Yeah. I'm still watching this storm over by the southern parts of White County and the very northern parts of, or the southern parts of Independence County and the northern parts of White County.
So the tornado possible one?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of noise on this, and they are not saying very much about it in the chat either.
If it's is this the area that's just going to be south of BB? There's actually 2. There's one little area south of Searcy. There's one south of BB, but then there's also where the tornado possible is. It's just really messy right through there. You can see right along Highway 87 and 167. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Kind of right through here. That would be kind of somewhere where we could have some rotation coming in. How far did they say near Possum Grape?
Let me check. I just saw something where someone said that the storm south of Pleasant Plains, so this one had a lowering when it was closer to Searcy, and that they tried to stick with it for a little bit but couldn't get close enough to tell if there was any rotation.
Well, you can see, I mean, it's just like the rest of these storms. You look real close. I mean, it's rain wrapped, but you can see this rotation right through here. You can see the hook on it. So that doesn't surprise me that we have something trying to do something.
Yeah, they're saying right now that it's 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-sized hail moving northeast at 65. So a very fast storm. They are watching 14 miles north of Searcy over Step Rock.
Yeah, that's it. That's going to be it right here. That's the area. We're going to get into some really more populated area as that moves in. So you see the red outline on that particular warning for tornado possible because they've had a lowering right here on this storm. You probably get a better idea on this. Let's hit play here. If you put this into motion, maybe. There we go. There it is, tornado warning.
There it goes.
It's this right here. You see it? Kind of starts right there, and then there it is. Tornado warning in effect right now for Newport. You guys can give me the particulars on that. I'll put a storm track on it.
Yep.
It's moving about northeast at about 60 miles per hour.
60.
It's near Step Rock.
All right.
It's set to expire at 6:30.
6:30. This is going to take it into the Bailey community at 5:46, Newport at 5:58, Tuckerman at 6:07, Swifton at 6:14, and if it holds together, it's going to come in to the western parts of Craighead County at 6:22. Let's take a live look at one of our RDOT cameras right now at, where are we looking at here? Highway 385. Look at the wind there blowing around pretty good also. A lot of people out and about still. Okay, let's get back to radar. And there's the new tornado warning that's in effect until 6:30. Let's go to Jace Passmore. Jace, you see the new tornado warning coming out of White County, coming into Jackson County now. I'm assuming you're probably a pretty good distance away from that one, aren't you?
No, we're about 7 minutes outside of Amagon. We're actually headed towards Amagon now, and we're gonna sit there and watch the motion on it, and it should pass just to the west of Amagon, and that's kind of where we're gonna try and see if we can get visual on it. As I said, I think we're about 7 or 8 minutes away from kind of getting in position to see this.
Okay. So you'll be in between those cells that are coming in out of south and then that tornado warned storm also. So, okay, we will continue to check back with you as you get a little bit closer to that storm. So once again, if you're just now joining us, tornado warning is in effect for Jackson County, parts of Independence County, and it actually goes into a little bit of Lawrence County too. That tornado warning, let me read you the particulars on it. 5:41, National Weather Service in Little Rock issued a tornado warning for southeastern Independence County, Jackson County, northeastern White County, which I think it's pretty much out of White County now, and south central Lawrence County. Till 6:30, 5:41, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado near Step Rock, or 16 miles northeast of Searcy, moving to the northeast at 60 miles per hour. Cordy size hail and tornado is possible with this storm. Haven't confirmed it yet, but it is showing some signs there of rotation. If we go back to radar, you can see the time of arrival here. Newport's 5:58, 6:07 Tuckerman, 6:14 Swift End. If it holds into the western parts of Craighead County, it would be into the Cache community at 6:22. Now, once again, Jace Passmore is, let me back up. Jace Passmore, let me give you let's see here. See if these buttons will start working. Let me give you a look at where Jace is in relation to where this tornado warning is. And we'll zoom in here. So he's right here. So he's going to head over to this, and then that storm's going to come in. These storms are going to kind of come behind him there.
I think we're going to also have to start watching that storm north of McCrory, heading towards Hickory Ridge. It's starting to show just ever slight signs of trying to rotate there.
They are about to come out with a tornado warning for that, I think, in Arkansas County. But something important with this warning that we're following right now in Jackson County is that it is unfortunately, if it holds together, heading toward Diaz. And we know what happened there a few weeks ago. So something to keep in mind, to remember where your safe places are if you're anywhere in this tornado warning polygon. So I'll just go ahead and zoom in and call out all the places that I'm seeing. Pleasant Plains is basically right on top of you, going over by Bradford, Possum Grape, Newport, Oil Trough, Newark, Campbell Station, Diaz, Tuckerman, Swifton. If you're hearing your town or a town near you, it is time for you to get into your safe spot. This is not a confirmed tornado. We do not know if there's anything on the ground right now. We don't have that evidence, but we do know that there's a storm that is rotating right now. It's capable of producing a tornado. And in the environment that we have going on right now, anything, unfortunately, is possible with this. So we want to take all tornado warnings seriously, but this one we definitely want to be taking shelter for right now. Remember, that's an interior room. That's the lowest level of your home. That is covering up your head with anything that you can, whether that's wearing a helmet if you have that. If you don't have that, it might sound silly, but pots and pans will do the trick as well. Just something to protect your head from debris if this were to drop. Right now, we don't have any indication that it has, but we want to treat it like it has so we can protect ourselves and stay safe. Still looking kind of noisy on the wind speed and direction right now. Really not seeing a super clear sign that it's trying to tighten, but there is definitely still rotation there.
All right, let's get a wide perspective here real fast because I want to show you a few things. First of all, severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for Randolph County and Lawrence County. We're going to kind of go from north to south. And if you notice, that is a nasty looking storm right now coming into Pocahontas. Now, if you look at the wind within the storm, I see a lot of really, really high wind right here. But I'm not seeing anything that would make me think it was a tornado. But once again, as I said just a few minutes ago, it doesn't matter if it's an EF1 tornado or 80-mile-per-hour winds. It's still going to be very windy and can cause some damage. Let's take a look at the Pocahontas weather camera right now. Oh, man, that is a storm right now. So that's the leading edge of the storm. And you can see how much lightning, and you can see the rain bands there in the distance. Now, we do have pretty good shelf cloud there coming in.
You can see the hail too.
Yeah, you can. You can see the hail coming in also. So this is going to have some hail with it as it comes through. So Pocahontas, this is going to be the start of some very heavy rain that we will see. There's the heavy rain also, and a lot of lightning coming in. Once again, no tornado warning for Pocahontas, but you do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now. This does include Randolph and Lawrence County for the next 42 minutes. issued that warning for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is going to be the main thing. You guys said Jace is with me. Jace, you got something?
Yeah, so we're coming into Am right now, so we're just to the west or to the east of this storm. We're still getting some heavy rain, but I'm really watching that storm down to the south near the Fisher area. My radar is kind of not picking up on that too well. Is that showing signs of any type of rotation down there south of Fisher?
It is right around Hickory Ridge. It's going to kind of go between Beattyville and Hickory Ridge. They have issued a severe thunderstorm warning with it. You know, the storm south of it, around Cotton Plant, is actually looking very, very ominous also. So if I were y'all, I would watch this.
That now.
What's that?
I said, yeah, I see that one near Cotton Plant now.
Yeah. So yeah, you probably stick with this one just so you're not going back and forth, and then watch the one that kind of passes to your east, and then you've just got a train of storms that you can watch once they start passing by to your east. So this one's coming in on your west. And then you have about 4 storms to the east that you're going to watch also. I'll keep watching your feed, and we'll check back in with you in just a minute.
If we switch and look at just the radar on that Jackson County storm, you can definitely see the hook there. That's a little bit more obvious than some of the wind features on it, because there's still a little bit of noise when you look at just the wind.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially right there. So if you look at this, here's what Christine is talking about. Here's the inflow from the storm right there, which that yellow's not helping out too much. Let me click here. I'll draw a line. Let's see, I'll draw a line for me. So you got this hook here. Here's your inflow right through here. So there's the rotation. And if we look at the wind fields on this, it makes a little bit more sense. See that now? So there it is right there, moving to the northeast. What did you say the movement on it was?
60 to the northeast.
60 to the northeast. I might have to widen out some more. I'll tell you what I could do. I'll go at 60 and then do something like that. So it's going to have it Tuckerman at 608, Newport at 601. We just got a new radar scan. If it holds together, 624 in Cache and 633 in the Valley View area. 633 if this holds together. We draw just Jace Passmore really close to it. So here's this. Let me see if I can get his position real fast. Do you see where he is?
He is right there where the line is.
Yeah, right there. So he's in the tornado warning now, heading this way. Yeah, he's going to be really close to it. So we'll keep an eye on his feed as he comes in. And then he's got this storm coming to the south. Let me show you. Let's go back to the radar here, and we'll just go pan through here. So once again, this is a tornado warning. We need Newport, Diaz, Campbell Station, Jacksonport, Swift, and Tucker. We need all of you in your tornado safe spot. And then, see this? Little hook. Go down to between Fair Oaks and Augusta. Little hook. See this down here? Little hook. And this one right here, have they said much about it? I mean, they've got to be really close to issuing a tornado warning on this. There's the hook. Just
They're
now up.
Watching that one, they're also looking at rotation south of DeWitt.
That one down
or west of DeWitt.
That one in DeWitt, that's going to be way on down in Arkansas County. They really haven't said much about that storm near Cotton Plant, but they have that storm near Cotton Plant, got another storm just south of that, and then that storm near DeWitt. And
boy, that one tightened up a whole lot. It's outside of our viewing area, but it's heading our way. See that? Look at that. That's a very tight rotation there.
And I want people in wind to be be alert. That storm near Cotton Plant does not have a tornado warning with it, but if it were to develop a tornado warning, wind would be right in the path of that storm.
Yeah, so you're talking about this one right here. So Castleberry's telling wind right here. Here's the storm. See it? That's the hook on it right here. So here's wind. So this will be coming really close to wind if it holds together. I don't know if y'all saw this also. We briefly had a hail spike right there on this one. So this one's got some large hail with it also. Mm-hmm. In fact, That is just a nasty looking storm, in my opinion. This one right here just looks really bad. It doesn't have as much hail with it as it did just a minute ago. But it just, I don't know, there's just something about that storm that I do not trust.
It seems to be in a very healthy environment. You can see it rotating. They are issuing a tornado warning.
Tornado warning. Told you I didn't trust that thing. Tornado warning in effect now for Woodruff County. They're not going to carry this over into Cross County just yet.
That would have to come from Memphis too. So
it would. That's a good point. That's a good point. So here's what we got, everyone. As expected, we said this a few minutes ago, things are going to ramp up really fast. And if you widen out, we've got a lot going on. We got a severe thunderstorm warning going in Randolph County. It looks nasty on the weather camera there. In fact, let's go back to it just for a second. Because I know we're going to triage these storms, talk more about the Pocahontas camera, if we could. I just want to give you a look. So there's the storm coming in. Hasn't started raining yet, but you can see the clouds there at the top of your screen. It's coming in right now. In fact, could get some hail with that one also. All right, back to radar. South of that, tornado warning in effect right now for Jackson County, a little sliver of Independence County, Newport, Diaz, Campbell Station. We need everybody in your tornado safe spot. Now, this one here, this is the one that meteorologist Jace Passmore is out in the George Kell Storm Tracker. You can see the hook on this thing. Look at the wind real fast. There it is. I mean, this thing's tightening up right there.
Mm-hmm. Right on top of oil trough.
Right on top of oil trough.
Looks like it might go north of Diaz, which is good news, but not good news enough to give them the all clear.
No, not at all. So, did you see what highway Jace was on just now? Hey, Jace, where are you at right now?
So we are on Highway 14, but we are turning down County Road 37. We're going to kind of start to parallel this storm. It's moving to the northeast. We don't have quite enough time to get to the interstate there in Newport and kind of jump on it and follow it that way. So we're going to head up towards the Grubbs area. This road kind of goes north, and we have a couple options to get back towards the west as well. But trying to stay out in front of this storm just in case it does do anything. I do have eyes on what looks to be a lowering, but it is way back in there.
Yeah, I think to give you a perspective, this is way over in like the Newark area, but you know, that'd be to your left, I guess, of what we're seeing right now. If you continue on, if this holds together, it might not even come into I-57 until probably all the way up to 226. I mean, you'd probably have to go all the way up there before you see something. So, but you'll be able to see that back to your south. And I don't know if you saw also, but we've got two tornado warnings to your south.
We're going to maybe turn down one of these county roads and see if we can't give you guys a look at what kind of what we're looking at here. Let's see if.
I tell you what, just keep. I tell you what, Jace, just keep heading north. Get in position. Just keep going north.
10-4.
Yeah, keep going north, and you're going. If you go through Grubbs, you're going to eventually come into 57 there east of Tuckerman, and then you'll be in position. We'll come to you in a minute. All right, so let's go back to radar once again. So the rotation's right here. Jace is zigzagging back up, and what he's going to do is he's got to try and get about right here and give us a look as this comes through, and we'll see if there's actually a tornado on the ground or if it's a lowering or what. In case you don't know this, I can watch his feed down here in the lower part of the screen, plus he can talk to the control room. So if we see anything, he's going to break right in. So we need everybody in this area to be in your tornado safe spot. I gave you the times of arrival just a bit ago. Let me zoom in on this now and kind of show you some of the roads. It's right here. I know it's kind of messy looking, but it's right there. There's Jacksonport. Here's Tuckerman. We need Tuckerman in your safe spot right now. It's many walls in between you and the outside that you possibly can. It's going to come very close to the Tuckerman area. This right here is 67, new I-57, right through there. It's going to come across near Swifton, near County Road, I believe that says 74 there. And then this is Cache. The question mark is, are they going to extend this over into the western parts of Craighead County or not.
Also, Ryan, if we zoom out and look at some of these individual storms on just plain radar, we've got a picture in from somebody, I can't show it right now, but it's north of Fair Oaks with that storm that's kind of in Poinsett and Cross County, where it looks like there's a bit of a lowering.
Are you talking about this one right here on the line, right near Fisher?
Yes.
Okay, well, we got a hook.
Yes. And it looks like there's a bit of a lowering.
Oh, wow, look at this. Yeah, if there's a lowering, who'd you say is on that storm right now?
I don't recognize the name.
Okay.
It's just, his name is Scott, doesn't have a last name.
All right, hold on 1 second. Jace, what are you looking at?
Yeah, so we're looking back towards that storm moving, that tornado warning moving near Newport and Diaz, and I don't know if you can quite see it. I can't really see it on the screen in the storm tracker, but there is a lowering, but as I said, it is way back there. Probably still hasn't crossed Interstate 57, but there is a lowering, nothing on the ground, and nothing of concern right now in terms of a tornado, but it is close to the ground, so it is something that I am watching and I can still see.
All right, not sure if you heard Christina just now, but that storm near Fisher, let's go back to radar. Jace, there's a storm near Fisher that's showing some signs of rotation right on the Cross County, Poinsett County line that is showing signs of rotating. There's also, I don't know if y'all see this in the lower left-hand corner, there's, I tell you what, all these storms are really starting to wind up now.
So we have that tornado warning in Woodruff County, that storm just down to the south. That's also now tornado warning that would follow the same path up through Cotton Plain and eventually into Cross County. And then there's been at times a little bit of rotation in White County trying to move up towards Augusta, but that's in the middle of that big old area of heavy rain between Searcy and Augusta.
We got a confirmed tornado down here. Now, is that going to be, look at this, both of these are showing.
Now, the confirmed tornado, I think, is near Elmira. There was a report in chat of a tornado on the ground near Elmira, so that's where that confirmed tornado is coming from.
There it is. We got a debris signature now. Does that match up with the wind? Yep.
Yep.
So this is just outside of Region 8, but that's a debris signature right here. So that is the tornado, as Castleberry said, Elmira. That is ongoing right now. That is outside of Region 8, but you don't have to go far at all to get into Region 8. There's Holly Grove, here's Hickory Ridge here.
Ryan, I hate to interrupt you. They're
Yep.
drafting a new tornado warning for southern Poinsett County for that storm near Fisher.
And it's
Okay.
going to clip Craighead County as well.
Craighead County, okay. All right, everybody, we're getting into that situation again where we're going to have numerous tornado warnings at once. I'm going to apologize ahead. We're going to try to do this as much as possible where we widen out and give everybody a look at what's going on, just so that we can keep up with everything, get everyone informed. But at the same time, this is like an emergency room. It's like a triage. If someone comes in with a headache, they're going to get treated differently if someone comes in and they've got a major arm injury or head injury. We're going to treat these storms differently based on what we're seeing here. But I'm going to occasionally give you a wide perspective like this. For example, we got a severe thunderstorm warning right now, Randolph County. High wind is the main problem. They've extended that into Clay County. We've got a tornado warning. This was around Oil Trough. We need Tuckerman, Swifton, even Cache in your tornado safe spot. Down here in the southwestern parts of Poinsett County, we've got rotation right here. We got people watching this one also, but that looks very, very concerning right there, moving to the northeast. So here is a tornado warning where we need Harrisburg to be in your tornado safe spot. Pretty much anybody in Poinsett County needs to be in your tornado safe spot. And by the way, Christina, on this storm, if you see that same person that has been chasing that storm, see if anything does reach the ground. Another one, this is looking really, really concerning. That right there, and this one doesn't have a tornado warning, but this is wind. This will come very close to you. So if I can point right now to two areas that probably have tornadoes right now. Let's see if we have a debris signature on the, we don't yet, but that is a concerning looking storm right here. So this is Fisher. This is very, very close to where the tornado was just the other day.
That one near Fisher is real close to where that tornado was. There's 214 that goes over to Whitehall, and that's about where the tornado developed there between Fisher and Highway 1. And then I hate to
We got
bring
a new
this
tornado
up.
warning.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've got
Go
a
ahead.
new
I want
one.
to hear what you said. So you had to bring this up.
Down in Woodruff County, that storm that's near Hunter is in the same area where the wind tornado developed a few years ago. So we got to keep an eye on that. That's an area that we usually see a tornado spin up there. And then that new tornado warning for White County into Woodruff County and southern Jackson for that storm that's near Griffithville and Bald Knob. That's had signs of rotation for a while too. So,
All right, I want to do something here. I want to turn off radar for a minute because I want to be able to tell everybody what's going on without too much on the screen. So I've turned the radar off just so you can get an idea. We've got a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings up here. If you're in Greene County, Clay County, coming eastern parts of Randolph and Lawrence County, severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's not a tornado warning. It's concerning, though. You need to keep an eye on that. There was a severe thunderstorm warning here, and they have upgraded that to a tornado warning. So we've got one tornado warning here, Oil Trough, Swifton, Tuckerman, Jacksonport, Diaz, need you in your tornado safe spot. We need Jonesboro and Cache to watch this one closely. Got another tornado warning. This is for Fisher. This includes Harrisburg. This includes pretty much all of Poinsett County, southeastern parts of Craighead County. We got another tornado warning. That is down to the south. That includes Cross County, includes the Wynn community. We've got another tornado warning that is for the Brinkley area, includes the southern parts of Woodruff County, northern parts of Woodruff County. You've got another storm, tornado warning right now. I want to take the radar off just to give you an idea of how busy the situation is now. We have a situation that is unfolding that is similar to March 14th when we had so many tornadoes at one time. What I'm hoping is that they're not going to be as strong, but it doesn't matter if they are EF1, EF2, EF5. We've had people that have been hurt badly in EF0 tornadoes. So we're going to take all these seriously. This one here with the magenta color, that is outside of Region 8, but it has a confirmed tornado with it right now. Here's the movement on all of this. See it kind of lifted to the north. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supercells right now, and a pretty nasty cell that's giving some heavy wind in Clay County and Greene County. Boy, things ramped up quickly. Let's go to Jace Passmore now. Jace, what are you doing right now? You're kind of sandwiched in between a lot of tornado warnings.
Yeah, I'm reverting back to my original plan. We can still see the storm there in Newport. It looks really healthy, but we're only about maybe 10 minutes from Waldenburg, so we're going to start heading back towards the east. And if we get there in just enough time, we should be able
Hold
to
on,
see
Jace. We have a tornado on the ground.
road or be
Hold on, Jace. Hold on. Let's go to radar, guys. This is going to be a confirmed tornado now. Debris signature starting to show up. There it is. There's the tornado. And I believe we've got someone on this storm. That's the tornado right now.
The person.
J. Paul Woods joins us now. J. Paul, it looks like we have a tornado east of Fisher.
Yes, about a mile and a half south west of Langee River. I've got a deputy looking at his eyes on it right now.
Okay. Do you know what direction? Is that moving to the northeast still?
Moving to the northeast. Yes, moving northeast.
Okay. So is that going to be crossing over Robertson Lane?
Would that be crossing over Robertson Lane? Yes.
Okay. All right. So we need everybody in Harrisburg to be in your tornado. Appreciate that, J. Paul.
All right, we'll
Thank you.
keep you up.
Thank you. So once again, this is a confirmed tornado in Poinsett County. This is Harrisburg. The tornado is there on the left side of your screen. Let me back out of this just a tad. Once again, like I said, when we're triaging these storms, if we get a confirmation like that, that changes things. Here it is, right here, just started lofting debris. This is heading up toward Harrisburg. We need everybody in Harrisburg in your tornado safe spot right now. What's the movement on this?
This is going to the northeast at 40 miles an hour.
At 40 miles per hour. You know what? We're not even going to give you times of arrival. We need Harrisburg in your tornado safe spot. What I'm going to do, once you have a confirmed tornado, I'm going to zoom right down to the street level on this. This is going to be crossing Wildwood Lane. There's Roberts Lane here. We're going to get ultra in close on this. Reynolds Road, W.D. Thomas Road in your tornado safe spot. Every single person in Harrisburg, get as many walls from you on the outside. If you have a basement, get into it now. If you have a storm shelter, get into it now.
Yeah, and here's the deal, like there's no reason for that storm to weaken as it continues to move in. It's going to a very favorable environment. It could potentially strengthen as it moves further to the east. So we want to take this situation very seriously. You'll notice there's now a magenta polygon. That means it is confirmed. We've already pointed that out before the polygon changed, but that's why we're seeing a difference now, because we know this tornado is on the ground. We have eyes on it. We have the radar confirming that for us as well. So this is a very serious situation, and we need to be taking shelter again. In Harrisburg, Marked Tree, you're officially in this warning as well. You need to be taking shelter. Greenfield, Truman, Bay, all of you guys are in this right now. It is time for you to take shelter. If you are anywhere in Poinsett County, not a bad idea to go ahead and get into the lowest level that you can with this storm right now.
Starting to see pictures of this tornado in Poinsett County.
Okay.
It's a sizable tornado.
Okay. Harrisburg, we need you to take this very serious. I see the picture now also. Michael Pankey showing, I believe he called me just a minute ago. Hold on.
Ryan, they're fixing to draft a tornado warning for Clay County for this storm on the Randolph-Clay County line for rotation.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to call Michael. He's the one that is on the storm. Says violent stovepipe tornado closing in on Highway 14 southeast of Waldenburg. Michael, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're on air right now. Just saw your picture on Twitter. Is the tornado still on the ground?
Yeah, it's still on the ground. It's a big stovepipe now. It's coming up on 14. We're going east out of Waldenburg now. It's kind of getting wrapped up in the rain. But it's definitely still on the ground. I would say it's probably headed straight toward Harrisburg right now.
Okay, Michael, I appreciate that update, and I appreciate the update on Twitter.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right, guys, if you could put Michael's picture up there. Michael's one of our local storm chasers that's been in the game for a long time. All right.
And the new tornado warning for Clay County includes Corning. This also includes Piggott and northern Dunklin County and a small slither of northwestern Greene County up around Delaplane for area rotation on the Clay-Greene County line, Clay-Randolph County line.
All right, so there's the tornado. As Castleberry was saying, that's a sizable tornado. That right now is what is coming into Harrisburg right now, starting to get rain wrapped, so be aware of that. Let's go back to radar. We got a lot to talk about here. So this is the new tornado warning that we have, and definitely seeing something concerning right there. That is going to be between Reno and Peach Orchard. Check my phone here.
Yeah, we're still watching this tornado warning as well as others. There's several going on right now. So if your phone went off with any sort of tornado warning, now's not the time to question it. Now's the time to get into your safe spot, regardless of where you are. If your phone is alerting you, that means it's potentially a life-threatening situation and you want to get into an interior room as you can. We do know we have one confirmed tornado right now. It is heading toward Harrisburg right now. It's in a very favorable environment to continue to maybe strengthen, but definitely continue to move through.
So the debris being lofted in with this storm right now that is coming into Harrisburg is getting lofted up to 8,000 feet. You may be asking yourself, why does that matter? The farther the debris is lofted into the atmosphere, we can get some sort of idea on how strong of a storm this is. The debris right now is being lofted up to around 8,000 feet, so we could expect that this may be producing EF2 damage. So this is a serious situation for Harrisburg. This isn't the time to run outside and try to look at it. This isn't the time to try to get pictures or video if you're in Harrisburg. This is a time to take cover. So the rain may start snuffing it out just a little bit. We will watch for that possibility. While this is extremely important, we have more storms that we have to watch. So we're going to do kind of, like I said, a triage of storms. This is the latest tornado warning, so I wanted to make sure everybody knows about this one. This is in Clay County. What'd you say the storm track was on this one in Clay County? Speed?
Let's get it. This storm is moving to the northeast, and the speed on that is going to be at 50.
50. All right, so that's going to take it into Noble at 618, 622 in Corning. We need you in your safe spot now, Corning. That's just a few minutes away. McDougal 634, 641 Pollard. If it holds together, Campbell at 655. So that's the latest warning that came out. So I did want to make sure that we got the latest information on that. It's a little far away, so we can't really get a good debris signature on that, but I will tell you this, the velocity signature, the wind signature right now on this, just to the northwest of Peach Orchard, in between Peach Orchard in Reno, that is concerning. There's Corning. Right now, we need you to take precautions to protect yourself from a possible tornado that is down to the south. So tornado warning there. We covered the Harrisburg tornado. It is confirmed. We got the tornado warning that is going through Jackson County right now. That is going to eventually, if it holds together, which it does look a little weaker. Have they said much about it?
No, but well, let me correct that. I haven't checked. I do want to look at that storm in Cross County. We might be getting a little bit of a tornado debris signature there. The debris is a little bit messy, but it is lining up with where the wind is right now. Yes, just south of Fair Oaks.
Okay, I see exactly what you're talking about here.
So it's a little messy, but if you switch over and look at radar as well, it's right there in the hook.
So we're talking about this, like she said, it's messy right through here, but that kind of matches up with the wind, and it matches up with the hook. Let me see something here.
So I'll check on the Jackson County storm while you're looking at that one as well, because we don't want to leave anybody out right now. I will say the threat for Jackson County is past Newport right now, that storm in particular anyway, and I'm looking right now to see how fast that storm is going and what the National Weather Service is saying about it. It's moving to the northeast at 60 miles an hour, so
and that's the northern Jackson County storm, right?
Yes, that's the northern one. That's the one that's heading towards Swifton. That's the one that includes Lawrence County as well.
Well, that hook right there, I'm really... this should pass north of wind, though. It's going to be really close, but it should pass north of wind.
There are eyes on, I think, this Jackson County storm as well, because someone's saying that they're seeing a wall cloud at Swifton, which doesn't exactly line up, but maybe they're at Swifton and looking back to the southwest.
Where are we getting damage at? All right, let's go meteorologist Jace Passmore. Where are you at, Jace? I see the tree down.
Yeah, we're just on the other side of Waldenburg, so it looks like we either A, crossed this tornado's path, or B, maybe caught some of the stronger winds. But yeah, there's a few large trees down right here, just on the west side, or on the east side of Waldenburg. So heavy rain and also some very gusty winds behind this storm. But yeah, it looks like this tree's down. Looks like there's a few more trees down over the road, just about a mile or so up there as well.
All right, so once again, what highway were you on right now?
We are on Highway 14.
Highway 14. Okay. Appreciate that. Once again, Jace Passmore finding some damage there in Jackson County. So let's go from north to south. Possible tornado southwest of Corning right now. This kind of formed between Peach Orchard and Reno. It's heading into Corning. We need everybody in Corning and all surrounding areas up to Piggott in your tornado safe spot immediately. Let's just go down this line. Severe thunderstorm warning continues for Leif. Heavy rain. Let's switch over to radar here for a second. Heavy rain continues through Walnut Ridge down to Swifton. Swifton still has a tornado warning there. And that's where we had the wall cloud report just a little bit ago. And I could see possibly right through here. So it'd be interesting to see if they're going to extend this over into the western parts of... hold on one second. Let's see if we have lost the debris signature. And I had a spotter there that said that this may have pulled up. So if you see it, let me zoom in on this. It looks like this is where the tornado may have stopped. It's still dropping some debris. You see it? Still dropping debris right here, but this is going to have crossed Robertson Lane, and if we're looking right now, this is going to have crossed Wildwood Lane, County Road 851, Maddox Lane. So we need to go check on people through here. County Road 249, 859, Wildwood Lane, Roberts Lane, Kink Road. We need to go make sure everybody's good in that area. So I know law enforcement, first responders are, I'm not asking residents to go check, but I know first responders are watching us out in their truck. Those are the places that we need to go check. It does look like it pulled up before it came into Harrisburg, so let's hope that is the case.
The rotation's really broadening on that storm as well, so maybe that will continue to trend that way instead of trying to tighten up again. Still watching some of these storms outside of Poinsett County as well. Still seeing a very tight rotation on that cross-county storm. Again, looks like it's going north of wind, but when you are still officially in that tornado warning, so you do want to take shelter at this time.
That's the place that Christine is talking about right here. And I'm going to zoom in on that here in just a second. We also have one north of Augusta that looks really tight that's coming through. So 1, 2, 3, 4 areas of rotation, and 5. That looks really nasty right now. I believe we have a look at Augusta right now. Is that right? All right, let's take it. Boy, it's nasty. A lot of rain. I think a lot of this is going to be rain wrapped. I do.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of rain-wrapped storms. Sometimes on the front
Let's
end.
go back to radar.
On the east end, we're starting to see maybe some clearing since we had eyes on the tornado that was in Poinsett County, but this just goes to show you don't want to go outside and try to see these storms. If we are saying your town, or if we are saying your street name, if your phone went off with a tornado warning, it's not the time to go outside and try to see it. We're telling you that there's the possibility that there is one, whether it's actually there or not. We want to be in our safe space, the lowest level in your home, the most interior room. If you have a basement, that's perfect. You want to cover up your head, and we're going to continue to track these storms until they are out of the area. But until then, you're safest inside and not outside trying to see this.
All right, so here's what we got. I'm going to go to home view real fast. Give you a wide perspective once again. We have one area of rotation that's near Corning. We have one that is moving through Jackson County. There's a new radar scan coming in. It's kind of falling apart, but we're going to still take it serious. Tornado looks to have pulled up right at Harrisburg. Got a nasty area of rotation west of wind on 64. Got one over here by Augusta also. Jay Paul is joining us now. Jay Paul, it appears on radar that tornado has pulled up. Is that the case?
We've got one back across Highway 1 at Greenfield.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Has it weakened any? Not sure.
He just called me and told me that my spotter just called me and told me it's about to cross Highway 1 at Greenfield.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is still on the ground. We can't let it go now. I said it's about to cross. That's right. It's right here. I mean, it's weaker on radar, but there it is. If you guys could tell the National Weather Service this is still about to cross Highway 1.
Jay Paul was just in.
Okay.
Just a quick update. That storm up near Corning, we're starting to get damage reports out of Randolph County in the Shannon community after that storm passed through there.
Okay.
That tornado was not warned in Randolph County, but that storm is still rotating pretty good and coming into Corning.
I mean, that's some really high wind coming through. Whether there's a tornado or not, that's going to cause some huge problems between Noble and Corning. In fact, let's let them take cover right now. But here in a few minutes, we need to check on Corning and Noble and Peach Orchard and Reno. And if you're in the path of this, we need you to be in your tornado safe spot. That would include McDougal, anybody up and along Highway 62. You know, this highway here, I think it's just absolutely beautiful when you're coming across the ridge here. So this is about to hit the ridge. So it'll come in here, it'll come over the ridge. How that plays into it, we'll have to watch and see. But St. Francis and Piggott, you are also under this tornado warning. We just got an update and it still looks pretty strong. So let me look at radar again.
We also now have the severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado tag for the the eastern parts of Lawrence County as well, and I think that's associated with the storms that we were watching that were moving through Swiftton.
Let's go to the Walnut Ridge camera for just a second. Whenever y'all, there it is. So not too terrible there. You got a severe thunderstorm warning there. Visibility still looks pretty good, but boy, we still have people out and about in this. Hey, let me tell you, if you can stay inside and you're in Region 8 in the next couple of hours, let's do it. Let's just stay in. All right, which RDOT camera are we going to? Okay, let's take a look at Walnut Ridge's camera there. Okay, not many people on the road there. All right, let's go back to radar. We still have a confirmed tornado in Poinsett County right now. Let's go back to radar if we can.
Also, I'm also becoming a bit more concerned with that cross-county storm. That signature seems to be tightening up, and it still looks like there might be debris.
Cross County?
Cross County.
Okay.
Just to the north of Wynn right now, but if it holds together, it's going to continue to move toward Cherry Valley and Coldwater.
Okay, we're going to go to Cross County here in just a minute, but I want to give Bay, you need to be in your tornado safe spot. I haven't said your name yet, and we just heard from J. Paul Woods, we've got deputies out there looking at this thing, spotters out here looking. This is crossing over Highway 1, and this is heading toward Bay. I'm going to back out just a minute and show you the motion on this so you can get an idea. So here it is. You see it right here. So it started down here, continues on. Let me draw you a line. So we can get a nice idea. So it started right here. It's crossing right here. So if this holds together, this is going to come right through Bay, and Monetta's up here also. So if this holds together, that's going to start becoming a problem for places that do not have a warning right now. Now, Christina, you said we need to get down into Cross County.
I correct myself. I don't think I'm seeing debris, but that is definitely tightening. I think what I was seeing was the inflow.
Well, we'll take a look at it. Let's take a closer look at it. So we'll stop the motion on this. Definitely have something right there, and it has been pretty consistent. So there's Fair Oaks in the lower left-hand part of your screen. This is the area of concern. It's coming right into Cherry Valley right now. We'll see if we see, I don't know, there may be something there.
It's almost lining up, but I don't know if it's quite when you look at radar, unless it's doing the same thing that we saw on Sunday, where it's a little...
I see what you mean. That's probably, I see what you're talking about,
Because 2 of the things are lining up, but not all 3 of the things that need to. So, still concerning though, and even something that the National Weather Service is pointing out, that seems to be tightening up in Cross County right now. So, we need to watch that one as well.
Also getting reports of a rotating wall cloud 230 and Highway 67 west of Bono.
Oh, okay. That's a kind of a new one. All right, so you can see the hook here. This is passing very, very close to Cherry Valley. We've got rotation back here in Augusta. We've got one down here. This is outside of region. No, that's still in, let me look here. That's north of Brinkley. That'll be our next storm that we're dealing with. This one here is the one that has had a confirmed tornado with it. That's tightening up again, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That is tightening up, and that is coming straight into Bay.
Very close to Truman as well.
Bay and Truman, we need you in your tornado safe spot. Yeah, it is. It's starting to right hook just a little bit. Guys, there's still a tornado here. It's good to have the spotters there because the debris signature's not picking it up. But we have confirmation that it just crossed Highway 1. This is Bay, this is Truman, this is Interstate 555. I believe we have some RDOT cameras there when it crosses there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we should have one at that first Truman exit as you're coming from Jonesboro, and then one at Bay.
Okay, so let's keep a watch on that, guys. We should be able to see it through here at some point. I want to widen back out also and go back to that Clay County storm.
Very gusty wind.
Very strong wind. So the rotation has been here, but regardless of the rotation, it does look like we're getting some sort of rear flank downdraft, just creating a huge gust of probably 70 to 80 mile per hour wind right there. So that is an issue. Jace, I want to check in with you. I'm looking at your camera feed coming in. I'm not sure where you are, but I see what appears to be an inflow to something there. Can you hear me, Jace?
So we're actually, I can. We are actually out here on one of the county roads. We're on Logan Lane. We're coming up to Highway 49, just on the west side of Walnut Ridge, or on the west side of Waldenburg, I should say. We had to go around a lot of damage. If you're west of Waldenburg, Highway 14 covered in downed trees. Definitely as you get ready to cross the bridge right there where the Cache River is, almost back down towards Amigan as well, some downed trees. So we had to take a little detour down one of these gravel roads to kind of get around that, but we're coming up to Highway 49. And we're going to start heading towards the Harrisburg area, because going back from Waldenburg to Amigan, a lot of downed trees.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's go to the Bay camera on I-555. Bay camera on I-555. That's the lowering.
Yeah.
Let's stick with that for a minute, guys. We might watch tornado right here. So this is looking southbound from Bay. If you know anybody that's on Interstate 555 right now, let's make sure that they know what's going on here.
Yeah, now is not the time to be driving on I-55 in Craighead County or in Poinsett County. There's this area of rotation that's going very close to both Bay and Truman, getting close to that intersection with Highway 69 East. Also looking at County Road 652, County Road 653, Shady Grove Road, Shady Grove Lane. If you're hearing anything that sounds familiar or something that is near you, you need to be in your safe space. This has a history of producing tornadoes. We can still see the rotation on the RDOT camera here and on the radar as well. It's something we're watching very closely, and I'm expecting them to continue this tornado warning into Mississippi County.
Yeah, I would say so. Do we have any other cameras in that area?
I've looked at the Nestle Road exit camera and the Truman camera. You can't really see anything on those just yet.
Okay.
That's our best camera from.
There's not one down in Truman?
Yeah, that one is. That one I think is looking south.
Okay.
No, it is looking north, but it's. If we'll see a tornado come across, probably behind these trees.
So So we're in position right now. Is that? Do you see? There's something going on.
On the
It
left?
is on the left side.
Yeah, I can't tell for sure if that's.
Scud clouds, or if RDOT
Right.
can move the camera maybe a little left. It's not exactly. Yeah, it is matching up with the radar. That would be where
Yeah.
it is. If they could pan the camera left, that would be really good. But I don't know if that camera there pans. But right up there where it says live, there may be something still going through there. Meteorologist Jace Passmore is out in that area also. Jace, where are you right now and what are you seeing? Jace, are you there right now? Okay. We'll go back to him at some point. Let's go back to radar. This storm here is tightening back up. This is near McDougal. We've said everybody near McDougal needs to be in your tornado safe spot. If there's something there, it just now crossed over County Road 256. It's going to be crossing over 62 here shortly. This is really far away from the radar site, but let's go to Jace for a second. Jace, you got anything there? Okay, I don't guess we have Jace. Let's go back to radar. I want to go back to the Bay storm. All right, let's go back down to the Bay storm. Definitely have a hook right through here. Is there something I need to know?
No, it's resolved.
It's resolved.
Okay. This right here is still looking very concerning. This is crossing very close to Bay. We need you to be in your tornado safe spot. Lunsford, we need you there also. Lake City, go ahead. I don't know why there's not a warning yet. Lake City, take cover now. Monette, take cover now. For the possibility.
We've also got a new tornado warning for Lawrence and Randolph County as well.
All right. Can you ask the Weather Service if they're going to issue a downstream warning?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and do this. Very concerned with Lake City area. What I want to do is I'm going to draw you where I think anybody in this area right through here needs to be in your tornado safe spot right now, right through here. So this is going to include the eastern parts of Craighead County, northwestern parts of Mississippi County, southern parts of Duncklin County. I'm sure the Weather Service is probably going
in the bay.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go to the Truman RDOT camera.
Let's go to Truman RDOT camera real fast.
Also, while we're looking at that, I just want to say out loud that
We got another tornado warning for Jonesboro. What say that?
we've got a rotating wall cloud in Egypt.
Okay, let's get some other cameras on it. Now here's what's probably happening right now. Let's take a deep breath, and I'm really just talking to myself right now. This is a new tornado warning for this right here. This includes Jonesboro. We need everybody in their tornado safe spot. Weather Service is probably busy putting this on, that they have not drawn up the warning yet for this. Now, this may capture all of them, but we likely have a tornado crossing at bay right now and one developing southwest of Jonesboro.
Yeah, I really want to watch this one also that's near Egypt right now, because if it holds together, if this winds up coming on the ground, we'll wind up seeing this going very close to West Side School and also potentially clipping the north.
Go back to the bay camera. Go back to the bay camera. Can we go to the bay camera on RDOT? All right, I think it's already passed. From what I understand, I think we just had it pass on the RDOT camera right there. Guys, Bay may have just taken a hit.
And Lake City is next on down the line. That's coming to Lake City in the next 5 minutes, if not less.
And if it keeps holding together, it's heading towards Monette, Manila, Big Lake.
Let's go back to radar.
And even farther downstream, looking at Gosnell and Blytheville. If you're in southeastern Craighead County, you need to be taking shelter. If you're in northern Mississippi County, you do not have a warning, but it is time for you to take shelter. We're watching this storm. It continues to tighten. We've got eyes on this storm. We've seen it several times getting reported on the ground, so we want to take this seriously. Even though the National Weather Service is swamped right now, they're likely trying to draw out this warning right now, and they just have not had the time to. You can see, look at all of those warnings that we're seeing right now. A lot of these are tornado warnings on the ground, or not on the ground, but a lot of these are tornado warnings right now that we need to treat as if they are on the ground.
What I did is I just took the radar off to take the messiness away. But we have a tornado warning for Clay County. That rotation is going near McDougal right now. It's coming toward Piggott, northern parts of Duncklin County. We've got a developing tornado possible southwest of Jonesboro. We have a tornado that is active. It's on the ground, just went through the Bay Area. Lake City, you need to take cover on that one. We've got another one down in Cross County, another one northern Woodruff going into southern Jackson, and then we've got another that's going to be coming into Woodruff County. We knew this was going to be a busy day. And that's what we're dealing with right now. I would say anybody that is along this way, take cover. I've never had to do that before, but I would say anybody that is in this corridor right now, just go ahead and take cover. We've got a lot going on, and I just want everybody safe in this.
And just so you know, Ryan, I've had all of our crews in control and in the newsroom go into our safe spot, because I'm not the storm that's out towards West Side got me a little worried.
Okay. All right, here's the new confirmed tornado warning that's coming out. Like I said, I'm being very forgiving to the Weather Service. They have their hands full also, and that's why we're all working together on this. I drew you a box just a minute ago. Here it is now officially: Manila, Leachville, eventually Blytheville. This tornado right there is active. By definition, a tornado is on the ground, but we use that verbiage a lot just to drive home the point that this isn't just a tornado warning. It is active. It is an ongoing large tornado that is on the ground right there near Bay. We've got some rotation developing just to the west of Jonesboro right now. Here's where we're located. Because of that, our crew is taking cover. Don't worry, I'm going to wait until the last second also if it comes close to us. Lake
Brian,
City, we need
I have
you.
a picture of the bay. I have a video of the bay tornado. It's a big tornado heading into Lake City.
Lake City, I can't stress this enough. Hold on. J. Paul, we're getting pictures and video in Bay. What do you got?
That tornado went just south of Bay, and it's still on the ground, headed towards Lunsford.
Heading
I've
toward.
got a guy with his eyes on it right now.
We're getting word this thing is really large.
Yes, it's huge.
Okay, this is coming
I
very
see it
close.
from my office.
Okay, I appreciate that. Please continue to keep us updated.
Yes, sir.
All right, Lake City, we've told you we need you underground if you can. If you're sitting there at the top of your basement or the top of your storm shelter, close it down, go downstairs, take cover. Monette, you guys know the drill. We need you in your tornado safe spot. We need you to take cover. This tornado right now is coming into Lake City.
We got a pretty good debris signature with that storm coming into Lake City.
And the National Weather Service
There it is.
calling it catastrophic.
National Weather Service now calling this a catastrophic tornado right here coming into Lake City. As I said earlier, I'm not going to give you times of arrival right now because quite honestly, if you're in this polygon, if your phone's going crazy, if we've said your name, I just want you to take cover now. I don't want you to look at the time of the arrival and go, oh, I've got 4 minutes to go look at it. That's not the time. Here's Lake City. We need you in your tornado safe spot right now. Let's go down the pike here. This is Monette. You're going to be next in line with this. It's going to come very close to Leachville. If you know people that live in Manila, Leachville, Monette, anywhere in between there, call them, make sure they're paying attention. Surely to goodness everybody's paying attention to this right now. That's the tornado. We have the technology right now to look at it.
And it's being labeled as a tornado emergency now, which those are very...
It's a tornado emergency. Guys, the signature that we're getting on radar, and I am trying to scare you because I want you to take cover. This is the equivalent of what we're seeing on radar of at least an EF3 tornado. Do not take this lightly. Lake City, Monette, get in your tornado safe spot right now. There it is right there. It has likely been on the ground ever since it went through Fisher. I also want to look at Jonesboro again.
The area of
Jonesboro.
rotation is going to be at Dan Avenue and Highway 63.
This is right here. This is West Side Schools. This is Bono. This is going to be coming in. This is County Road 766. Guys, this is us. This is us right here. I'm going to wait one more scan, guys, and then we're going to take cover also.
We're still watching several warnings right now. The most concerning one right now is going to be that tornado emergency that's in effect for Craighead and Mississippi County, also moving into the Boot Hill as well. If you are
I think your microphone is off, maybe.
if you are in Lake City, my microphone is on.
Okay, maybe I just can't hear you.
It's okay. It's okay. If you are in Lake City, in Monette, in Manila, if you are in Big Lake, if you are in Half Moon, Blyville, Dell, Little River, Gosnell, Cornersville, Reeves, it is time for you to take shelter. We have eyes on this storm. It is a large tornado. This is not something that we say lightly. It's something that we're watching very closely. If you are in the Delta, for the most part, it is a good opportunity to go ahead and get inside the lowest level of your home, basement if you have one. If you do not have one, cover up your head. This is a large tornado. Simply just being in the interior room and not protecting you, that is just not going to be happening.
All right, let me widen out here, guys. And we've got a tornado warning. Clay County, Northern Dunklin, Greene County. This is for the storm that's about to come really close to KAIT. And guys, I may have to take cover in a minute. This tornado right here is large. I just down looked at it. It's coming into Lake City. It's coming to Monette. It's going to be close to Leachville. This tornado here is going to be extremely close to KAIT. It's going to go into Greene County here shortly. Tell you what, I'm going to widen out. I want you two guys, if y'all don't mind. We're going to widen out here just for a second. And we're going to have to take cover for just a minute. Once again, Lake City. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my phone with you. We're going to keep talking, but I'm going to step off for just a second. It won't be long because I do think it's starting to weaken just a bit. But what I'm going to do is kind of continue to talk with you about the areas that need to be taken cover while we're going back here right now. All right, so once again, the strongest storm that we have right now is coming very close to Lake City, might be going just down to the southwest. That's going to be coming very close to Black Oak and into Monette and then to Leachville. It shows no sign right now of weakening. That magenta color there means that we have a tornado on the ground right now. Here in Jonesboro, we have a tornado warning in effect. The rotation's passing north of Jonesboro. If you're in Jonesboro southward, you can go ahead and take cover, but it does look like this is going on the north side and then up around KAIT. Very strong wind continues to go through Clay County, Corning, McDougal. You're going to see some strong wind. If there's any rotation still with this, that's a lot of strong wind that's coming in behind the rotation. That's coming into the southern parts of Butler County. We're watching down to the south also. We've got some rotation that is coming into the southern parts of Poinsett County. I'm about to go back out there. Here in just a second. It looks like the greatest rotation with us is going to be passing north of the station. So everybody here, stay back in the hallway, but I feel confident enough that I'm going to go back out and continue to watch this because we've got more storms south of us that need to be watched. Okay, so I'm back out here. We still have this. This is the strongest tornado right now. This is going through Lake City. Guys, just to put this in perspective, I've seen pictures of it. I've got a friend of mine that's taking a deep dive into the storm, watching the entire thing. He's scanning how far the debris is going up. This thing's pushing EF3, F4 criteria. This is going through Lake City right now and coming into Monette. Here's Manila. There's Leachville. There's Hornersville. We need all those spots in your tornado safe spot. Everybody in the back, stay in cover just a little bit longer. To put this in perspective, Jonesboro, you're good on rotation. It's right here. The area I'm watching is right here. Let me show you. I know the sirens are probably going off in some spots in Greene County also. That's what we're worried about. So KAIT's right here. There's a new scan that's coming in. Everybody in the back, we're good. Y'all can come back out. This is starting to fall apart a little bit, but it's still right here. It can tighten back up. So it can tighten back up, but it's passing to the north and coming back into Greene County. Stand by. Okay. I think we've got another pretty strong storm developing. You know, that's why I kind of just told everybody to take cover. I think we've got another one down here. And here's the thing. A lot of the Poinsett County spotters are up on that storm to the north. But we've got another tornado warning right here that is getting wound up. And here is Truman. Here is Mark Tree. And what I'm afraid of is that people are watching the storm to the north and not seeing this down here. We've got storm here, or not storm, city here, Truman, Mark Tree. Couplet is back to the southwest right now. That's coming in. So I know it's hard to see all of these lines because we have so many tornado warnings on top of each other. I get it. I know. I apologize. There's nothing we can do about it. We got a ton of activity going on. And that's why I said everybody take cover. But this right here is coming into Mark Tree, or at least between Mark Tree and Truman here shortly.
We're getting a report of a tornado on the ground in the Weona community out by the floodway.
Is that going to be the one? Yeah, that's it. That's the one southeast of Harrisburg then, right?
That would have to be that one.
All right,
That's
hold
that
on one
original storm
second.
from Cross County
Here's our
earlier.
answer. Here's our answer. Hey, J. Paul, you there?
Brian, we got one on the ground confirmed between Anderson Tully and Weona, about headed northeast.
Okay, so that would be the couplet that we're seeing just down to the southeast of Harrisburg right here.
Yes.
Okay. All right, there it is.
Large tornado.
Large tornado right near Anderson Tully, Weona Junction. This one is going to cross Interstate 555 here shortly. Thank you, J. Paul.
Yes, thank you.
All right, so another large tornado is what he is saying. So 2 large tornadoes have gone through Poinsett County right now, one of which is in the eastern parts of Craighead County right now. So 2 tornadoes that are confirmed right here. Did the Weather Service? Yes, they did. No?
I told them, and the National Weather Service is responding. I don't know if what they're going to say, but
There's a debris signature.
it's all lining up.
That's it. Large tornado right here. Guys, this will cross Interstate 555. I think we turned off the Bay camera early, just a little bit ago.
They're going with a considerable tornado tag with that one as well.
Let me see which way that second Truman weather camera is pointing. Also, there's a RDOT camera at Painway
Goodness
as well.
gracious. I'm seeing pictures of this tornado now in Bay, and this is just scary.
Brian, if we see if there's a tornado near Weona, we will probably see it on the Painway camera. It's facing towards the north, on that jog north.
Let's go to Jace Passmore now. Jace
Yes, there it is.
Where you at, Jace?
So we are on Highway 14, just around that bend, and we just got a glimpse of it. It's just over these trees here to my left. We're behind it. We're probably about 2 or 3 miles behind it, but kind of where we're at in correlation to the storm is it's heavily wrapped in rain. And I was able to see just a couple of power flashes. I'm pretty sure it might have hit some of these power poles just right up the road here. We just passed 373 going north, and it's just off to my left here. Another power flash, it looked like.
Jace, we're going to come back to you if y'all could watch that also. Someone told me to take a deep breath, and I'm going to do that. Okay. Large tornado right here. Let me see where Jace is in relation to that, see if we can get a look at where he is. Jace, you're right on it. Be careful. Here's Jace.
Oh.
Yeah, I have visual of it. I don't know if it's going to pop up on the camera or not.
It's just to your left.
Yeah. Yep. I have visual of it.
So
but,
is it completely
I don't
rain
think
wrapped?
The camera, it's not looking like the camera's picking it up. Yes, from my point of view, it is rain wrapped.
Okay.
That's also because I'm on the on the wrong side of how I'm supposed to approach this. But we're going to keep going. There are some areas that look like they have power, but as I said, I did see some power flashes off towards my left shortly before you took my shot.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to come back to you in a minute, especially after you make that turn, Jace. Will y'all continue watching that if we need to go
Yes.
back to
Yes.
him? When you're under a tornado warning for some rotation that's passing to the north, haven't had anything confirmed on that. If we do, I promise you, Win, we are going to come back to you. We have 2 definite tornadoes on the ground. This tornado warning in Clay County, the rotation's gone to the north, but there is still some really, really strong wind coming through. The 2 areas that we're watching the most right now are these 2. Both of them are confirmed active tornadoes right now. I want to take you into this one. Guys, this is a large tornado. This is a historical tornado that right now is hitting the exact same spot that it did on December 10th back in 21. That is hitting the exact same spot right now. Now, radar can be shifted one way or the other, but it's not looking good right now. Guys, this is going to continue.
I've got a photo. I'm seeing a photo near Black Oak of this tornado. It's big, and it's going into Monette. If it's not already coming to Monette, it's going to Leachville.
Leachville, we need everybody. We need everybody. I'm going to just be very honest with you guys. I'm getting reports from very valid sources that we have several houses that have been leveled. We got people trapped. I'm not going to tell you the location.
Also,
We can see the right edge of it right here.
Let's go, Jace. There's the tornado. So this is the tornado that's about to cross Interstate 555.
It's just to the left of your screen right here. Yeah.
Jace, how big is that?
Just to the left of your screen. I'm sorry, come again? Did you say
how large
it?
is that tornado? Is this going to be another large one like we're dealing with up in Monette?
It doesn't look like it. It's kind of look like it's lifted, but there is definitely a funnel cloud starting to come down once again. It looks like there's some damage off in this field to my right, kind of where I saw it earlier. But yeah, right there it is. That's the area of rotation that we're watching.
Okay.
I don't think it's lifted.
I don't think so either. We're still getting pretty strong indication. Jace, we'll kind of come back to you. Guys, here's a new radar scan, County Road 518, County Road 575. This is Monette, this is Leachville. We need everybody in Leachville in your tornado safe spot immediately. Get underground. This is a very large tornado. If you can find something that covers your head, if you're not underground, a book, some sort of bike helmet, baseball helmet, we need everybody in your safe spot right now in Leachville. If you look down a little bit more, it's going to cross over. This is going to go to Hornersville. I have no reason to believe that this is going to pull up. This is a large, violent tornado. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get EF4 damage out of this. Again, this has hit Lake City. It has hit Monette, or at least somewhere in the Monette area. We're not getting reports in because, quite honestly, there it is. People are just now coming out of the rubble of this. And this is going to continue moving up towards Leachville and Hornersville.
They've also confirmed.
Hey, let's go. Hold on one second. Let's try to find a 555 camera. It's crossing 555 right now.
Go to Painway.
Go to the Painway camera right now. We can answer this and see who that is. All right. All right, Jace, go ahead.
Yeah, so I got the right edge of it. It still looks like it's wrapped in rain, and I can't really tell if there's power flashes back there or if that's lightning. But you should be able to see the right edge
I see
of that
it.
lowering right there.
Yeah.
Back in that rain, that's it. So we're going to head up towards I-50 or I-555. We're about a mile, and then we're going to immediately drop south.
All right. Hey, if you guys are, go ahead.
That was the mayor of Bay. He said Bay did not take a direct hit, but outside of town there are trees and power lines down. So
Could not.
in
Good.
downtown Bay, the city of Bay did not take a direct hit. So that's some good news there.
We also have more confirmed tornado warnings to the south for Cross and St. Francis counties as well. One of those storms is outside of Region 8 in Lee County, but moving towards St. Francis County. And then we've also got the one that's including wind, so wind needs to be in their safe space as well right now. I think that's for a couple of areas of circulation that they're trying to connect with two different areas of rotation within the same warning as well. And we are still really watching the storm in Monette as well.
Okay, I think we've got video of the tornado as it was going through Lake City. That is a large tornado. Goodness gracious.
And we can see the wall cloud on the Painway camera from RDOT.
Oh, let's watch this for just a second. I think in just a minute you're going to see this tornado. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let's go to the Painway camera. Yep, there's the wall cloud. Look right there on the horizon. We'll see if we see any power flashes. if you know someone on the interstate, call them and tell them to stop.
We have multiple confirmed tornado warnings right now, just lining the delta. If
Okay.
you are anywhere along Highway 1 or east, you need to be in your safe space. Does not matter what part of the state you're in. Along Highway 1 and east needs to be lowest level, an interior room, as far away from the outside as you
Hey,
can
I could be
get.
wrong. I think we have an unwarned. Hold on. I think we might have an unwarned storm right now.
What are you seeing?
So there's the new debris signature. We're going to come back to you here in just a minute. Leachville, everybody in your tornado safe spot. Oh man, all of these are confirmed. Let me see here. I'm just sitting here looking behind the scenes right now. This is going to be just to the north of McCrory. Let me back out of here again. I don't see it there as much. Right here, I thought I saw a debris signature just a bit ago. Tell you what, we'll come back to it anyways because it appears that we have several confirmed tornadoes now down in Cross County also. Tell me what the details on this confirmed tornado.
Okay, there are several notifications in this chat right now. We'll just go down the list.
This looks, I'll tell you what, I've got it right
One
here.
is for White, Prairie, and Woodruff County. This one, it's tornadic thunderstorm, which prompted the warning is, that's...
I'll tell you what, we got this one for Cherry Valley. It has moved to the northeast. Weather spotters are confirming this tornado here. This is going to be the one right there. If I look at the wind within the storm, you can see a little something there. Boy, it just doesn't stand out as much as the ones that we have up here to the north right now. I think Jace has now found himself in a lot of rain at the moment.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
So guys, each one of these magenta colors here is a confirmed tornado. Did we read me what we have on the confirmed tornado in Paragould?
In Paragould?
That's the polygon is saying that.
Let me
Let's go to the
see.
Paragould camera real fast if we can.
We are looking right now at this storm. I'm trying to get the warning information to pop up. Particularly dangerous situation. We're watching this storm near Leachville or near Cardwell, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. Tornado warning remains in effect until 7:30.
Well, we got one here. Let's see. It was radar indicated. I thought it was.
Yes.
I thought they had some kind of confirmation, but there's a live look at Paragould. All right, let's go back to radar. We have more or less stopped giving times of arrival because we just want everybody that I don't want you exactly to, I just want you, when you hear your name, like Hornersville, we need you to take cover. This tornado is still there, active tornado, very large, violent tornado. It just hit Lake City. It came very close to Monette. It is hitting Leachville right now. Boy, I tell you.
Also hearing that there's a tornado on the ground south of Truman.
South of Truman. So that's the one Jace is at. Let's go to Jace for a second. Jace, are you still close enough to that storm that's south of Truman?
We were going to try to get it on Interstate I-555. We were going to go northbound, but the problem is it's going to cross the St. Francis River. So we're coming into Mark Tree debating if we should head out towards Lepanto or head back south down I-555 back towards kind of Painway to get in position to see if that other one south of Cherry Valley is doing anything.
You know, there's some pretty strong rotation behind you again, pretty much right where you were on 14. Is that the one where we're
that's
saying?
What I'm looking at. They're just.
Is that the one where they're saying is being seen right now?
The one south of Truman.
I think it's the one. Okay, we may be able to see that one. We're in a little bit better of a position. So what we're going to do is we're going to go north out of Mark Tree. No, I don't think that. It's moving too quickly. Man, there's a lot of tornado warnings.
Tell you what, Jace. Tell you what, let's go back to radar. Jace, I'm going to get back to you here in just a minute. I'll be honest, I'm sitting here just reading as much information as we can. What is the new tornado warning?
That's for us. So we've got Green, Cross, Craighead, Poinsett, and Mississippi.
Okay, Jonesboro, here we go again.
We've got a tornado warning that goes until 8 o'clock. It is radar indicated rotation, located near McFadden, or 14 miles southeast of Newport.
That's going to be that storm near Beattyville, Ryan, that you said you might have saw that
Yep.
draw a while ago.
I do. I think we had a tornado with that just a bit ago.
So that's what we're watching right now. And again, if you are in the Delta, if you are seeing pink on the map or red on the map, and you are anywhere near that, I cannot stress enough, you want to get into the lowest level of your home, a basement if you have one, as many walls between you and the outside as possible, and cover up your head with a helmet, with a pot, with a mattress, anything that could provide cushion or provide something for debris to bounce off of so it does not hit you. We want to be as safe as we can, and it's not the time to go outside and try to see this for yourself. I know we want to go out there and we want to see the tornado, but we cannot. These are rain wrapped. There are too many of them. We have to take all of these very seriously. All the pink on that map, those are all confirmed either by some sort of storm spotter or by some sort of radar indication, where we wouldn't see this feature if it was not on the ground. Now's not the time to figure this out for yourself. Now's the time to take shelter if you are anywhere in eastern Arkansas.
All right, we're getting large hail reports coming out of the Wynn area right now, and there's rotation south of Wynn. Here's the deal, and I said this a while ago. We've never done this before, but pretty much everybody in Region 8 take cover. That's along this line. Sorry, if you're Pocahontas, Newport. If you are anywhere in this blob of probably the most tornado warnings I've ever seen in our viewing area at one time, I'm not exaggerating on that, and I thought that on March 14th, and then here we are again. But pretty much everybody through here needs to take cover. I'm going to start at the north of this here in just a minute, and we're going to go down to the south, and then we're going to try to analyze this some more. But I'm going to zoom in so you can see the tornado warnings. That includes Piggott, Malden. Paragould still has a tornado warning, and there is a magenta thing around here. We haven't seen exactly heard why that is, but it's confirmed somewhere. Very large tornado is active in Leachville right now. Blyville's underneath this, Lepanto, Harrisburg. We got a new area of rotation that has prompted the tornado warning in Jonesboro. Down to the south, Wynn is seeing large hail right now, and you've got rotation just to the south. You go back over here, and we still have more tornado warnings that are coming in. So we've got some big time problems right now. If you look at this, I can just pick out little areas of rotation. We got probably 2 or 3 in this area. South of Forest City, that. South of Wynn, that. By the way, south of Wynn looks like it's confirmed also. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that.
Yeah.
So
looks
south
like there are 2 for that polygon.
We got another one right here. And then the strongest one is, that's a strong one here. So if you're anywhere eastern parts of Craighead County, Poinsett County, parts of Mississippi County, we need you safe right now.
The tornado debris signature is still with that storm north of Leachville, but it is weaker than it was when it came through Monette and Leachville, but that's still heading up towards Hornersville. We still have the area rotation in Beattyville. That's prompted the tornado warning for Jonesboro. And I'm just looking down this line trying to find more areas of confirmed tornadoes.
So is this up here around around Hornersville now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's probably crossing over into southern Dunklin County as we speak, if it hasn't already, and it's moving towards Hornersville.
Here's the sad thing. Let me show y'all something. Look at the wind within the storm. So here's the rotation. There might still be a tornado there. There might be. But let me show you what this is. You see this right here? This is debris that has probably been picked up from Leachville or Monette, and it's falling back down to the ground here. Tell you what, buddy, my West Sandusky, Used to be a first responder also. Wes, you're on live on air. What are you seeing? You're in that area.
I'm in Monette, in my sister-in-law's safe room.
Yeah.
There was a tornado went through here just north of Monette, and her South Africans that were here, it's an apartment complex, it blew that completely away, slicked it off, and all this grain bins, it destroyed them.
Now,
And,
where is this in reference to, like, Wes, where is this in reference to, like, you know, we just now had the nursing home rebuilt from the last tornado.
It's right there, bud.
Did it hit the nursing home again?
You got 50 yards north of it.
50 yards north of it.
Yeah, and a matter of fact, the apartments was right beside. Matter of fact, when we phoned that nursing home, we parked in their yard and stretched the hose across there to get part of it. So that's how close it was.
Okay. I appreciate that update, Wes. Glad y'all are safe.
But you want to know we're all okay though.
Okay, appreciate it.
Damage, let you know.
Thank you.
Bye.
Wow. All right,
Also,
so
Caraway needs to be in their safe space at this time as well. And there are unfortunately more storms behind storms in towns that have already been impacted. So now's not the time to get out and survey either, because some of the same areas might be impacted again.
all right, are they? Tell you what I want to do. Go back over here to Jonesboro. Have y'all seen lately? I mean, we're just kind of telling everybody to take cover now. Is this the rotation that they're still worried about down around Fisher still?
They're still watching that one, but there's also just several areas of rotation within that line, and there's one like right on top of Caraway.
Okay, let me zoom in on Caraway real fast. All right.
I'm not seeing a debris signature there, but it's certainly tightening, and they're just drawing up a new polygon
Yeah,
for that
there's
as
a new
well.
one there. All right, so here's Caraway. Let me check the debris signature on here. Not seeing it yet. Need everybody to, yeah, I see though, we got rotation right there on Caraway. By the way, Lake City's been hit hard, so we've got a lot of first responders out and about also. We heard from the mayor of Bay just a little bit ago, said that it hit just outside of Bay, so it does sound like Bay was spared, which from what I heard, there was
We're still tracking several storms. A lot of them have been confirmed in just the last 30 minutes or so. I've honestly lost track of time. We still have more storms behind these confirmed storms, though. If we look over at Woodruff County, there's still tornado warnings for places like Cotton Plant and McCrory and heading toward Fair Oaks again. And these storms are trying to train over the same places over and over and over again. So because of that, we really do not want to be out and really investigating the damage at this time.
Let me show you how large this tornado was that went through Leachville. I'm gonna put that just right up to the camera. That shows you that's a very large, violent tornado. I'd say Caraway is one of the areas that we need to watch the most right now. It doesn't look really, really strong.
It is one of the strongest we have at this time, though.
Yeah.
Still several confirmed tornadoes in Region 8 right now. Still trying to see if anything's popping up on debris other than debris from tornadoes that have already caused damage. New debris is what I'm seeing, if I'm finding any, and potentially some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not sure if I'm seeing much new. I will say we probably need to look at St. Francis County over near Palestine, heading toward Forest City. I know that's probably mostly Memphis, but that's confirmed as well. Looks like it's still a very strong storm continuing to move toward Crittenden County. We're still watching the storms in the northern parts of the state as well, continuing to get new radar scans, really not showing these storms weakening much as they go farther to the east.
All right. I'm going to try to see if we can give anybody, if you're west of the ridge, then we can give you the all clear. I think, and I tell you, it's tough to give anybody the all clear right now. Part of me wants to say Paragould is good, but we continue with rain back through here. I just, there's no harm in staying taking cover still right now. Just got a mess of storms through here. Caraway's probably new tornado warning just popped up down here for Earl.
Mm-hmm. They've mentioned that because
goodness.
of so many overlapping warnings and coming into the existing polygons that they're going to update the latest tornado warning and will not be updating the older ones.
Okay.
I think that's to kind of help clear up some of the noise because there's just a lot going on right now.
There's a lot going on. St. Francis County, you got one in Cross County right now. There's the new warning. That looks concerning right there. I think radar is even struggling. I mean, it's just, man, what a scary hour. Okay, not sure if we see any debris with that, but I definitely see some strong gusty winds northwest of Park and into Coldwater, all through here for up toward Turtle. I still think kind of right through here is kind of the line that we're watching. Yeah, a little something over here, right around Fisher. Again, so Harrisburg, we're not gonna.
There's a bit of a hook there as well. I'm not sure if it's lining up.
All right, let's see. A little messy there.
Yeah. Still something to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't let your guard down just yet, even in Harrisburg. You've got a lot of activity back here to your west. I think this is more intense, but yeah. Do we have, somebody said we had some video just a minute ago. That's Bay. Okay, so that's the storm they said went south of Bay. Goodness, that would be scary. Power flashes. You can hear it. Some thunder too. And notice how it's starting to get bigger there. This is when it went through. Now, where's that one from? That's looking from Bay. That looks like it probably when it was leaving Bay. That's a large tornado. This thing was lofting debris 30,000 feet.
Okay, so the map looks a little bit cleaner now. There's still a lot going on, but they have kind of cleaned up the areas if they were already warned for a storm. So now we're seeing
I'll take the radar off.
2 confirmed tornado warnings at this time. One for the eastern parts of Craighead County, moving through the northern parts of Mississippi County, southern Dunklin, and clipping into Pemiscot County. That's one confirmed.
Now that's going to be for the one that just went through Leachville, right? So we can, that's kind of up in this part of it now.
And then the other is for St. Francis County. So we're watching that storm as well. The others have radar indicated rotation.
Okay.
Nothing confirmed on them yet.
And winds got a severe thunderstorm warning. They just had a large hail storm come through. If y'all could, do we have crews that are out in this yet? Are they heading out?
They are heading out in the next little bit, let
everybody be safe
everything
first.
move through. They should be
Okay.
heading out next 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, then we'll start checking on everybody as well. Now, do you guys have anything new over there to pass along?
Yes, we do have quite a bit. So there, you talked about how this took the same track, remember, Ryan?
Yeah.
Through Craighead County. And so there is damage to the Refuge Baptist Church on Highway 18. And remember, they were hit before. And so they've
That's like
had to
third or fourth time.
rebuild. Yes. And that the same church 3 years ago was hit. Also, Cherry Street in Lake City has been leveled. So that is an area that was hit in Lake City. And so we are tracking more damage through the area, and I'll let you know about that when I get it.
Okay. All right, appreciate that. Go back to radar for just a second. And you can see they're starting to all merge together a little bit. So that's some good news. Tell you what I'm going to do. Because I've kind of already said everybody take cover. I'm going to kind of take those off for just a second, and so I can just kind of get an idea of where the rotation, anywhere along this, we need to watch. This is probably the strongest part or most concerning part. Is that the new warning also?
Wait, where? I'm sorry. Say that
Oh,
again.
I'm sorry. Kind of the the western parts of Mississippi County.
Yes, I think that's one of the newer ones.
Yeah. So if you notice, we have right through here, Etowah, Big Lake area. If you look at radar, kind of leading edge of that, got a tornado warning there also. Let me widen back out. I don't think we've ever had a situation where literally the entire eastern parts of the viewing area is under a tornado warning right now.
Brian, this is from Craighead County E911, Highway 18 and 135 in Lake City, and in the entire city of Monette completely shut down at this time. Multiple power lines, houses, electric poles across the roads in both Lake City and in Monette. So if anybody's trying to get to Lake City or Monette, right now is not the time. Let the emergency crews get into those two areas at this time. Highway 18 and 135 Lake City and Monette completely shut down.
Okay. Here's the deal also. So kind of like our news crews are holding back right now. I just now talked to one of the mayors in the area. They are going to be sending first responders also. And these communities are waiting for those first responders to get there. But guys, we can't send people out. So a lot of first responders are going anyways, but you know, if they're hurt, we can't get people back in there. They're holding back right now, and as soon as this mess gets out of here, we're going to be seeing a lot of people head to these locations that were hit hard that need to be there, first responders. We don't need people hopping in their cars and getting into these areas. Just hold back. Everybody take a deep breath and go home tonight, and just let the workers do what they need to do, because we've got some places that were hit hard. Someone just said the tornado warnings are tornado sirens are going off again in the Harrisburg area. There is rotation, maybe right here again.
I think that's really close to where Jace is right now too.
Hey Jace, where are you at right now? What are you doing?
So I'm sitting just south of Truman off of Interstate I-555. We're getting some pretty small hail right now, but I'm watching that storm that is just south of Harrisburg.
Yeah.
We're kind of sitting right where it's going to cross, probably here within the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. So we're sitting just south of Truman off the first Truman exit. And we are getting some very gusty winds, and also maybe some nickel-sized hail.
Okay. Are you seeing flooding there? I mean, it just looks like we've got a nasty flooding situation taking place.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see anything. I mean, the rain and the wind, winds gusting of at least 70.
Okay. All right, be safe out there. All right, so once again, that is meteorologist Jace Passmore. He's out in the George Kell Storm Tracker, continuing to check things out there. I'm looking at some things behind the scenes here. Harrisburg, stay in your tornado safe spot right now. You see this little notch right through here. It's not much, but I don't want you out in it. So continue staying in your tornado safe spot. I believe there's probably some sirens going off there also.
And they've extended that warning for St. Francis County as well into Crittenden County. That's also clipping parts, the very, very southeastern part of Poinsett County as well.
All right, so that's the confirmed tornado down to the south. So that's, you know, you can see that also. That's probably the only storm that's going to really be able to get going right now, because of everything else is kind of starting to get snuffed out. But you can see the hook here just to the east of Forest City. I don't think we have a debris signature. You got maybe some inflow and some contamination there. I don't know though. That looks pretty concerning just to the east of Forest City.
And still watching tornado warning for southern Woodruff County as well. It's not looking extremely tight at this time. There's a little bit of noise over by Cotton Plant, maybe another little area of rotation, very close to McCrory or heading toward McCrory. Officially, it's very close to the Howe community right now, as well as the Bulltown and Weeville community, heading toward Tip as well. So that's an area that we're watching. That's kind of outside of some of the other areas that we're watching, because you see all of that red for essentially most of the eastern half of Region 8. So that's the only one that's kind of in a little bit of a different area.
You know, we're about to find ourselves like I said just a minute ago, in a flooding situation. Let's see if I can get a rainfall estimate here. It's not gonna give it to us just yet, but we're already getting swaths of 2 to 3 inches. And guys, we've got a lot of rain to go. That's the tough part of this. We're gonna be cleaning up and having rescue efforts with flooding over the next few days. Mm-hmm. We'll check back in with that here in just a bit.
But there's still plenty going on. I hate to say it, but almost a silver lining is we have several tornado warnings. None of them are confirmed right now. We still want to treat them like they are. A lot of them have a history of being confirmed. It's possible that they do become confirmed again, but at least right now, all of those polygons, plain old red.
Yeah. All right, so the heaviest rain right now is going through Dunklin County, Mississippi County. I'm still seeing some really strong wind through here. Mm-hmm. Let me head down this line a little bit. I know we officially have this tornado warning, Clay County, Jonesboro. I think we're watching this a little bit around Harrisburg. That'll kind of come up through here. We've got a lot of first responders looking for an opportunity to get down and help. Most of them give it a couple minutes, but we're going to need people, spectators, citizens to stay out of this, but we're going to need some first responders probably in this area as we go through the evening hours. So still strong gusty winds through here. That one down in Forest City still looks pretty, hold on now. Let me get back over here to the Forest City storm. Chances are our sister station WMC is probably covering this one, but there is a hook right there, and
doesn't quite line up.
Well, what are we seeing here? No, it doesn't. It's kind of weird. You see, there's something there. I don't think it's debris. No, man, just messy radar. But there's definitely a hook right through here. So they extended that warning down to the south also. All right, I think it's good that we haven't had anybody reporting anything on the ground active right now. I still, if you're anywhere in Mississippi County, southern, really anywhere in the Boot Hill also, all through here. There's still some really strong wind through here.
I'm trying to look through reports just to make sure we're not missing anything, and I don't think we're missing anything. So I say that very hesitantly because there are so many reports coming in from past storms, but I think at present time, everything's not being reported on.
Okay.
So
I'm just reading a few things in the background here, guys.
yeah, I'm hoping that that's some promising information. I will say, we can go ahead and give the all clear to some people, and you might have picked up on it because we haven't been saying your name, and I know a lot of times you want us to say like, hey, what's going on here, what's going on there. Most of the time, not hearing your name on the news during tornado warning coverage is good news. So if you're watching us in Sharp, Fulton, Izard, Stone, Howe, Ripley, Butler, Lawrence, Jackson County, I say hesitantly, Independence County, Cleburne County, White County, tornado threat, you guys are done with that. We're still going to be watching flooding over the next several days, likely inches of rain to fall before the rain stops on Sunday. But a lot of you guys, your tornado threat is over. We're really focusing mostly east of Crowley's Ridge right now.
Okay, I'm just reading some reports back here, some more. A lot of first responders heading out right now. Still some gusty winds going through. We have to watch things like this. See this right here, but really strong winds. A lot of people have been asking about Lake City and Monette and these places that we know got hit. Tell you what I'm bouncing right now, letting you know the magnitude of it, and also the people outside that have loved ones in that area. Also being cognitive of we don't want a panic right now also. So let's, okay, go ahead with some video out of, is this Lake City? Oh goodness. That is a very, very large tornado with like a second rotation there on the side of it. Guys, this is
Violent.
that is a very, very violent tornado. Okay, so they just dropped some of the tornado warnings. Jonesboro still under a tornado warning. What we're watching is little things like that. They're not huge. They're not like what you just saw in that video there. But they're little things that we don't want people to run outside and find themselves in some issues. Still have okay. Have we confirmed this picture? Sorry, they're talking to me in my ear. Okay, let me take a look at it. That is, that's going to be a rain shaft, I believe. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah,
That's going to be a rain shaft. Yeah, that's not the tornado. It didn't match up with where you said it was with where a tornado is. So that's a rain shaft. Looks scary, but it doesn't have that violent rotation to it. So
very
that's
heavy
why,
rain.
That's what. Yeah. So let's go back into this right here. Officially, we still have a tornado warning in Craighead County, and we don't want you to let your guard down. Like I said, this isn't going to be what you just now saw on that video. But when you have some really strong winds, you see these blue colors here. If you look at the legend here, this is once you get into the blues, that's where it's showing 58 mile per hour winds. And then you have little bitty pixels like this going the opposite direction. This is why we still have a tornado warning. We just want you to stay inside. This isn't the big, large, violent tornado. This isn't the one that's going to give us a debris signature or anything like that. This is something, though, that's still a little concerning, that we don't want you running outside and checking things out for nothing. So that's why that is there. Did they drop?
Yeah, they just canceled the tornado warning for Green Cross, Craighead, Poinsett, and Mississippi County.
Okay, we're starting to see some things drop.
So.
Crew. We could probably, do we already have someone heading toward Lake City?
I don't know.
So the tornado warning,
I've seen.
that's what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I've seen.
We're going to try to get you guys some information. We want to keep our crews safe as possible, but we also want to give you guys some information as well. So we will do that. Haven't heard from Jason in a while. It looks like his shot froze up not too long ago. We're not done yet. Now, I think that we are done with the worst of it. This is going to go down as a historical day. This is going to go down as a historical week of flooding. We are already seeing a substantial amount of rain out there. We have a tornado warning northern parts of Mississippi County, southern Dunklin and Pemiscot County. Let me go up here and see if everything up here is severe thunderstorm warned. This is outside of Region 8. So this is our friends up at KFVS up in Cape Girardeau. Tornado warning for this storm. This is eastern parts of Poinsett County into Mississippi County. Did they just drop one? Maybe.
Let me check.
Now this one's got a decent little hook. We're going to investigate that one a little bit more here in just a minute. And this one. In fact, let's do that right now. because for our friends there in southern Mississippi County.
They just dropped one for
Turl.
Cross County.
All right, I would say this is the most concerning right now. This is going to be near Tyronza. It's coming into Joyner, and then it'll cross the river. So right here near Tyronza, we need everybody from Tyronza to Joyner. We're transitioning to not telling everybody to take cover, to getting a little bit more focused, because it just got a little wild there for just a minute. New radar scan is coming in. Still a little worried right here near Tyronza. I mean, this isn't going to be, let me look at this a little closer.
I'm still watching just all of these storms. The rotation not quite as tight. We are not seeing the worst of the worst right now, but we are still seeing several areas of rotation, especially east of the ridge.
Yeah, east of the ridge is the main issue right now. And what we're watching for are these appendages down at the bottom. And when we click on debris, and you see this blue right here, and you think, okay, debris possible. The reason I put the word possible there is just because you see blue doesn't necessarily mean it's debris. So if you see this location right here, that needs to coincide right on top of something on radar. And notice how it doesn't. It's right here, and radar's here. So the debris signature isn't matching up. And so that's why we click back and forth through here to kind of give you an idea of, okay, it's not really matching up with what we're seeing on radar, different radar products. But this thing does have a pretty nasty little hook on it, so that's why it's got a tornado warning. And it's going to be coming up very close to Osceola, near Sansui. There's a new radar scan coming in, and there's still that little hook. Let's look at the wind. There's obviously something going on there, but.
Yeah, new scans continue to come in. There's some broad rotation there. There's something going on. But it is not quite as tight or as obvious as we've been seeing with some of the storms earlier this evening. But still something you want to take shelter. You really don't want to be traveling along I-55 right now if you can avoid it. And if you know anybody that's on I-55 traveling in Mississippi County, tell them to pull over. It's not very safe driving conditions right now. The National Weather Service is continuing to expire some of our tornado warnings. The Craighead, Poinsett, and Mississippi County tornado warning is in the process of being expired as well right now. So.
All right, we have Jace back now. I'm also getting reports that Highway 18, 135, and 139 is going to be blocked going into Leachville. Everything's going to be blocked going in there. Unless you're a first responder, stay out of it. Jace joins us now. Jace looks a little bit calmer where you're at now. Where are you heading?
Yeah, so we're about 15 minutes outside of Lake City. So we're going to head towards Lake City and see if there's any damage between Truman and Lake City. We're outside of Truman heading towards Lunsford. Still seeing a lot of lightning, but the wind has definitely calmed down. So has the rain. But like I said, we're going up to, I think, is it Highway 18 that goes from Jonesboro to Lake City to Monette? We're going to jump on that highway there.
Okay. All right. We'll check back in with you, Jace. I'll continue to kind of watch your feed down at the bottom also. We've got some really strong wind coming in on the backside of some of these storms also. So if you are not under a tornado warning and you're still under a severe thunderstorm warning, I want to show you something. You still have really strong wind. You see this? See all this blue here? You still have a severe thunderstorm warning. You still have 50, 60 mile per hour winds continuing right now. And so here's what we've got going as far as crews are concerned. We've got a crew going to Lake City. We've got a crew going to Monette. We've got a crew going to West Side area. And we will chime in here and give you an update as soon as, or a live report as soon as we have someone in place there. New scans are coming in. Still some strong gusty winds in Cross County. That's why you still have a severe thunderstorm warning. Notice here, this is a little tornado warning. You may be thinking, well, what's going on there? There's still something there.
And the National Weather Service in Memphis is about to extend that into Cross County.
Okay,
I
so
think it just happened.
that's going to come into wind.
Yes.
This is a rain-wrapped area of rotation coming into wind. Wind, you have a new tornado warning that we need to get you in your tornado safe spot. What's the movement on this?
Let me check. They've just issued this tornado warning for Cross County. We're going to be watching that being extended from the storm that's already in Woodruff County. The National Weather Service is saying that it's moving to the northeast at 45.
45. All right, so 45 miles an hour. That's going to take it into wind at 757. So 757 wind. You've got some rotation to your west. At this time, doesn't look large and violent, but it is nonetheless enough to have a tornado warning with it. So we need wind in your tornado safe spot. You see the clock here. So in case a lot of people in wind watch us on Roku or they're streaming us. And that's why I put the not only the hour, not only the minutes, but the seconds also. So look at the time there because you may have a streaming delay. And if you do, look at that and say, okay, it's 7:39:51. You look down at your watch and it's off from that. That kind of gives you an idea of what you need to do. That's also why I give you exact times. I don't say you're 13 minutes out. I give you an exact time. So 7:57 in Wynn, 8:13 in Parkin, 8:21 in Earl. These are the places that you need to be in your tornado safe spot right now for this rotation that's coming in from the west there. We got another one. I guess that's what's prompted the tornado warning just to the south. And that's really going to be almost outside of Region 8. But that is tightening up back there, by the way.
Yeah, the last couple of scans has been trying to do that.
There's been some reports of a wall cloud with that storm in Crittenden County.
Let me look at something real fast. That's not a debris signature starting, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay. We're going to watch that. Wind 8:57 is your time of arrival for that small area of rotation that is back south of Fair Oaks. So this area here, this is just outside of Region 8. It's south of Earl. That's going to be eventually coming into the northern parts of Memphis. Still have an area of concern right through here. Still a tornado warning to the south of Etowah. We'll zoom in on this location a little bit more. That's going to be very close to Lepanto. It's going to come very close to Osceola also, and that's why you have a tornado warning for Osceola. You got anything new over there?
I'm really not seeing much on my side. They're continuing to expire some tornado warnings, which is nice.
Yeah.
The Pemiscot and Dunklin County, Craighead, and Mississippi County tornado warning is getting expired. They did extend one of those warnings into Tennessee as well, though.
Hold on one second. Wes joins me now, a friend of mine from over in the Monette area. Wes, do you have some new information?
Yeah, I do, Ryan. There was some more guys are getting to come by the office here. Some of the firemen, they've been west of town. One of the houses, Clay Stewart's house, has been hit again and destroyed. It got a couple of more houses, plus the Life Center at the First Baptist Church has been destroyed.
Okay.
And so it took a path coming in west of town and was just a little bit on the north side. It's pretty well the same track it took before, actually. So.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that update, Wes.
All right, brother.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that is a report out of the Monette area, the Family Life Center at the Baptist Church. He said a gentleman's house had been hit back on December 10th of 21, hit again. We've had, it's wild how many times we've had people's houses hit multiple times here recently. Still heavy rain going from Crothersville down to Blytheville. Let's take a look at the wind here again. These are still some really strong winds. I'm still concerned about this, and it's got a tornado warning with it right now. That's going north of Gosnell, kind of south of Reeves over to Steele. That's going to cross over Interstate 55. seriously doubt we'll have any kind of debris signature. No, just some kind of radar messiness going on there. But definitely some heavy rain continues from Gosnell, and really the rain's going to pick up for the Blytheville area here shortly. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't start finding ourselves also with some flash flood warnings coming in.
There are some behind this as well in White and Woodruff County, which is a trend for what we should probably expect to the east as well.
Okay, so you look at the wind. Still some really strong gusty winds going on near southeast of Cherry Valley. Tell you what, we have been on long enough. I'm gonna let y'all talk for a minute. I need to change out some batteries.
Yeah, okay, so we're still watching several tornado warnings in effect right now. None of these have been confirmed, but we still need to treat them as if they are confirmed. A lot of these storms have the history of producing tornadoes, and a lot of them have been in an environment that is favorable for tornado development. So if we look, you can go ahead and switch it over to, I think, are you on Max 2 now? Okay, we'll go ahead and look at this computer really quickly and just kind of see some of the areas that we're watching right now. So if you look over at Dunklin County, moving into Pemiscot County, there's this little area of rotation, and it's just kind of broad. It's kind of messy that we're watching right now, where we're seeing the potential for that tornado development as it continues to move into Pemiscot County near Cooter, and then eventually heading toward Caruthersville. We clear that, we continue to travel to the south. We're still tracking just little areas where there might, and they just dropped that other tornado warning. This is good, but we're still seeing areas where there might be some concern with some brief, short-lived tornadoes possible as we head into the coming hours. This is starting to form a little bit into a line. Once you start to see this form coming into a line, Ryan said it hours ago, but once that happens, the significant tornado threat really starts to go down. We still could see a couple of short-lived tornadoes, but not really the long-tracked ones like we saw earlier in the evening. The concern and the protection still needs to be taken seriously, but we're starting to see some of these storms maybe weakening. I'm cautious to say that word because I don't want anybody to let their guard down. We still need to take all tornado warnings seriously as if they are on the ground, because anything can happen. EF1 damage is still damage, and it can still be harmful. So we're still watching all of these storms, taking them very seriously at this time.
Okay, a little bit of information to pass along, and really to kind of tell you a few things. So here's where Jace is right now. He's kind of on the backside of these storms. We'll check in with him here in just a minute. But just talked to Justin Kimball down Harrisburg, asked if people could be released from storm shelters down here, and I would probably say so. It looks like everything's kind of going to the east now. So yeah, I would think so. Still a lot of heavy rain through here. Just also heard from Greene County. In Greene County, no damage reported. So that is good news coming out of Greene County. Haven't heard, I need to check with the newsroom. Have we heard anything out of Clay County? Because we had.
Haven't heard anything out of Clay, but
okay.
We did have that damage in Randolph County. In the Shannon community, once again, there was damage there. Give me just a second. Let me find that report. It's buried in my email now.
While you're looking for that, I'll go ahead and say there's something on Facebook I think I'm allowed to say because the school posted it. Westside School District will be closed tomorrow as they assess their damage.
Okay.
So we're hearing Shannon area near Highway 304 took damage in Randolph County. Overman building south of Pocahontas, that was one of the areas that suffered some damage. A flipped semi on 67. So that was from that storm earlier that would have moved into Clay County, but have not heard any reports out of Clay.
Okay. Yeah, because we had that rotation go right through Clay. Now, it wasn't as strong as some areas, but still pretty bad.
The National Weather Service has been dropping off some of the tornado warnings in the last several minutes, but we're still watching that. I think right now, if we count, there are officially 4 tornado warnings. One of them is overlapping with the overline to where Little Rock tosses over to Memphis. but really still 4 areas that we're watching right now, as opposed to I don't know how many there were before.
All right, so getting some information now. Craighead County E911 saying assistance is not needed right now. They've got damage, they've got things, but they've got their crews under control, I bet.
Good.
Clay County is not needing assistance. Dunkling County has no damage. Greene County, as I said, has no damage also. Might have some damage in East Corning, but no injuries.
Yeah, I'm starting to get some text messages from some family that lives in Clay County, getting some of those same reports of roofs off of a home in the Corning area.
All right. Let me look at some other things back here for just a second. I want to look at some rainfall totals that we're starting to get. They're not as bad as I thought just yet, but there are starting to get some 2 and 3 inch rainfall totals through here, especially right here in parts of Mississippi County. So, and then also western parts of Poinsett County. We've got some areas of 2.5, 3 inches of rain already.
Mm-hmm. And still about 3-4 more days of rain.
No doubt. Yeah, we got a lot of rain to go. All right, so let me give you, I'm going to turn radar off for just a second, give you a big picture once again of where the current warnings are. It's just better sometimes take the radar off so you can look. So we still have this tornado warning that it goes up through Dunkling County, goes into parts of Tennessee. There's the river right there, so this is going to be crossing into Tennessee. We've got an area of rotation that's just to the west of wind. It's pretty weak, but we're going to watch it. That's for this warning, and then 2 tornado warnings here for some rotation on the leading edge of that line. Notice also we have flood warnings in effect up here in Howell County, and then down here, southern Cleburne, White County, parts of Woodruff County. Pretty soon this line's going to cross, and our severe weather threat for now is going to go down. We still have the chance of severe weather for tomorrow, and really even into Friday also.
And Saturday as well.
Yeah.
But not like this. Not like this. We might be seeing some gusty wind, maybe some large hail. After the next probably hour, our tornado threat's going to go extremely down.
All right, let's see some damage on Highway 62. Is that what you said? Okay, so is that where east of Corning there?
Look, that would be, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, that'd be out there east of Corning.
Is that out there by the river?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe so. As you come in from, you're coming back from McDougal.
Okay. So that's some of the damage out of Clay County. I think pretty soon we'll start seeing and hearing more about some of the areas that were hit by the tornado also. All right, I'll show you radar again. And we'll start down here. Jace, you're in Lake City. Are you just now getting into the Lake City area?
Yeah, we're just now coming in. We're coming in from the south side now. This area of town looks to still have power. I haven't seen any damage yet. I did see some damage on the outskirts, kind of in between Bay and Lake City, but that was mainly just tree damage. I didn't see any power lines down. And here on at least on the south side, we're coming up to 4th Street right here in a second. I see a lot of emergency responders off towards my west.
Mm-hmm.
So we're coming in the south side of Lake City, but it looks like the west side of town is where it took maybe the hit. So we're gonna turn left onto 4th Street. No, we're gonna turn left onto Highway 18 and start heading back to the west side of Lake City. But like I said, I did see some tree damage, some significant, in between Lake City and Bay.
Yeah, if that's Hickory Street, I think that's where you're coming up from. They're coming into the south side of Lake City, down 4th Street. That's going to go behind Riverside High School. And that's where we're starting to hear some of that damage across from Riverside High School. Cherry Street's right across Highway 18 from Riverside. So back west will probably you'll start to run into some more of that damage on the west sides of Lake City.
So you haven't
This
seen,
isn't Highway 18.
you're not to 18 yet, are you? Excuse me.
Well, we are now coming into the south side of Lake City, and it does appear the power's out here. We're about to turn onto Highway 18 right up here, and then we're going to turn left, and we're going to go back towards Riverside.
Okay. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'll keep looking at your feed coming in there, and then we will get back to you in just a moment.
Still looking at little areas of rotation. One that's north of Parkin, between Parkin and Coldwater there in Cross County, fixing to cross into Crittenden County towards the Twist community. It's not terribly strong, but that's an area of rotation that we need to keep an eye on. That will cross Highway 42 there east of Coldwater, and that would line up and go towards Tyronza. And then it gets messy in southern Mississippi County, but we still have a tornado warning in effect for southern Mississippi, for Joyner, the OCL, the Luxora, and then the tornado warning for northern Mississippi and southern Pemiscot County. I think the worst of that is some very strong winds along the river now, moving into Tennessee.
Yeah, I think once, let's go back to Jace. All right, so we're coming up on Riverside Schools, a lot of first responders there, no power there. We may lose his shot. All right, I don't think.
Hey, do you guys still have my shot? Can you guys still
I don't
hear me?
really have your shot. It kind of comes and goes, like it's back right now. But what kind of damage are you seeing there in Lake City? I think we may have lost him. Okay, we'll check back in with him in just a minute. As Castleberry was saying, there's still a few little areas of rotation that we've got to keep an eye on. This is one right here, just a little area of rotation. Just went to between Parkin and Coldwater. It's going to be passing just to the north of Earl, and it's still in the tornado warning. Wind, you're seeing some really strong gusty winds. Once you get into these blues, that's 58 miles per hour. But this is the rotation that we've got going on right now. It's going to pass north of Earl, come really close to Twist, and then head toward Tyronza and Turl. It's still there. I mean, it's right there at Twist. So there's still a possibility of tornado there as well. You head up into Mississippi County, some really strong gusty wind continues. New radar scan just came in on that. Look at radar, and you can see it, just a ton of heavy rain. Let's take a live look at the Turl exit right now. Interstate 555. Oh man. All right, let's go with Jace. Jace, what did you see when you're going through Lake City? What are you seeing?
A ton of power line damage. Power poles completely snapped in half and twisted as we go down Highway 18. The school doesn't look like it took a hit, but a lot of first responders out here. Oh man. So this house right here off towards my left, we'll see if we can face that. Oh man.
Oh wow, there's completely stripped trees there.
So a
Oh,
lot of
goodness
damage.
gracious.
The
I mean,
trees are debarked.
That's EF4 damage right there.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I
the
don't
bark
know the
has been
construction of
stripped
the
from some
house,
these
but I mean,
trees as well.
it's at least 3. Is that another house to the left? Like I see the one with the.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going down right here.
You should be getting close to that Refuge Church.
Yeah, we're about to. Yeah, these trees are completely stripped of bark.
That's wild.
Oh no, stop right here. Oh man, this is really bad damage.
Do you know what road you're on right there?
Give me 1 second. Let
Well,
me pull up a map.
I should be able to pull up where you're located at.
It looks like I'm on County Road 817
Okay.
right now. No, that's wrong. This map hasn't updated.
I see where you are now.
This is some really bad damage.
So you're going to be right there on Milligan Road, as looks like where you're at.
There's more damage off towards the left side, so damage on both sides of the road.
Okay.
Hey, Bowman, if I could, can I get you to back up?
That's
I
right
wanna
there
show
at
this
Highway
over here,
135
to the right of
and
the yeah.
Highway
I'm going
18.
to get Matt to kind of back up here, and we're going to put the light bar onto some of these homes right here.
Now let's be careful what we show here. Good grief.
So for folks who travel up and down Highway 18 between Jonesboro and Lake City, right there at 135, you have that shop that sits there at the corner of 135 and 18, and those houses that's right across the road from right across of 135 from that, and that's what we're looking at right now.
All right, Jace, we're going to check.
I just got word that
Go ahead.
I just got word that the command post is set up at the Lake City High School here just up the road of Highway 18. So, yeah, this is some pretty violent damage right here. Trees are debarked, cars are tossed onto homes, and like you said, I can't really tell how well manufactured these homes are, but it is some pretty intense damage, Ryan.
Well, so that road you're on, that's 135. There's about 4 houses that are on that corner. Across the street from you, there's a couple of houses there also on the opposite side. Kind of what you're looking at there to the left was, but there's 2 homes right there usually. So I tell you what, we're going to come back to you, let you figure out what's happening there. Once again, he's right here. That's where he's located. So there's about 4 houses that sit right here. I believe there's a taco stand that sits right here, and then there's a handful of houses right here. What looks like happened is that tornado came through here, and you can see where Lake City is. It would be more than likely we're going to have damage. And Refuge Church sits right over here also. Is that the 3rd or 4th time that that's been hit?
So it was hit in Hurricane Laura, and the
Yes.
tornadoes then. Then I think it took some damage during the December 10th tornado.
Yeah.
And then we have this tornado, and it might have gotten hit before Hurricane Laura back in 2020.
Goodness. So this is County Road 904 here. That tornado probably went through there as well. And you can see, with our satellite imagery, you can get an idea of what's there. We have some houses over here also that I think would need to be checked on, but you can see his location. Let me zoom in on here and see if I was correct on that. Yeah, so we've got some houses through here. We've got 2 houses here. There's a little stand right here. And then, I think we have 4 houses right through here.
And
So that's what he was looking at.
And we're hearing damage on the north side of 18, across on the north side of 18.
Yeah.
Well, on the north side of 18, we have some houses that
Right.
we've heard has taken damage as you north of
Lake City?
north of Riverside.
Okay.
So that tornado probably skirted right along Highway 18 and kind of went over 18 to those northern neighborhoods into Lake City.
So that'll take you into, so that'd be Cherry Street.
Cherry Street, Oak Street, James Street area.
And then it crosses over St. Francis River, and sounds like, so I'm looking, it sounds like it hit kind of the west side of Monette. First Baptist Church is on the west side. Family Life Center was damaged there, and it went right near where it hit last time.
Yeah.
Up in Monette.
So the First Baptist Church, that's just right down the road from BIC High School.
Now I'm starting to hear that that Refuge Baptist was not hit. So it must have been really, really close.
Really close. Which would make sense if it was taking that. Path that takes it back up through those northern neighborhoods of Lake City. Refuge Church would have been on the west side of that. They probably got some strong winds coming around the tornado back on around that church, but probably just missed it less than a mile.
We're going to check on this some more, but I'm hearing no injuries in Leachville.
Good.
Hearing no injuries in Monette.
That's fantastic.
I am hearing there's no power, and that Buffalo Island BIC will be closed tomorrow. So, man, if we can get out of this with no injuries out of Monette and Leachville, that would be a miracle. It'd be nothing short of a miracle. So, all right, let me get back to radar for a second because we still have some ongoing tornado warnings. Let's take you back down to Mississippi County. A lot of lightning. Let me take that lightning off of there. Well, let me turn this back on.
Just looking through Mississippi County, there straight some strong winds pushing through Kaiser, moving towards Marie. That's going to head into Osceola, but not seeing anything that's really would be rotating at the moment. Maybe some, if anything, some quick spin ups there. And then still we have that little area rotation that's crossed out of Cross County into northern Crittenden County, north of kind of between Twist and Turl. That's going to pass south or on the south sides of Tyronza. Cross the road for people who know that travel from Tyronza, that road from Tyronza to Earl.
All right, so getting a lot of reports of cars pulled over down in the Clarksdale area. Let's take a look at the weather or the traffic camera down in that area. Oh man, they are backed up there while that goes through. Tell you what, let's check in with Jace for just a second. Jace, in Lake City, have you heard much else? From that
Ron,
area?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, you were going in and out. No, I haven't heard anything else. I will say we got here before there were a lot of first responders here, but now more are starting to show up, and they are going house to house. I don't know if you can see this on the right side of the screen there. There are people, let's see if we can turn it, in their safety vests. There's about 10 or 15 people out there with headlamps that are, you can see them right there in the center of your screen in those headlamps that are searching homes that were hit. But I haven't got word on anything else. What I do know is that Highway 18 definitely coming into Lake City so if you're coming from Jonesboro to Lake City, the Arkansas State Police said be careful. Not only do they recommend you not coming out here, but they're also hearing of numerous cars having blowouts and limping on all four tires because of all the debris out here.
I bet. Is that a house, or was that a house that in front of us here?
To my left here, yes. This was what looks to be a home, but it also has two vehicles that appear to be thrown on top of it. You can kind of see that right there to the left of your screen. That right there, maybe that lightning showed it a little bit better. But yes, there was a vehicle that has been tossed on top of all this debris.
Now, are you still on that same road there? So did you go up 135?
Yeah, there's a... Yeah, Matt, if I could get you to swing to the right, I'm going to turn the light bar off. But this is a look at how many people are trying to get into the damaged area. I mean, the traffic is backed up for numerous miles right now of people trying to get into Lake City. So if we have any crews on the way, they've got to be very careful. Arkansas State Police said, like I said, coming from Jonesboro into Lake City, flat tires, blowouts, and they're still working to clear some debris about a mile back to my west.
Okay.
Matt, if you could, can you get over here in this other lane right quick?
All right, tell you what we're going to do, Jace. We're going to come back to you, but we still have ongoing tornado warnings, even though the threat has gone down. So we're going to go back to this for a second, and we're trying to balance to give everybody information that has loved ones in certain locations and the ongoing threat that we have. So let's take you down into Joyner. That threat, they just issued this new tornado warning here. That threat is crossing the river right now. So that's what this new warning is going to be right here. Still a tornado warning back here. This is set to expire. When is that one going to expire?
That should expire
pretty
here
soon.
pretty soon. That storm, that area of rotation is really falling apart.
It says 36 minutes, so I don't know if they're going to continue that for wind or not. The new tornado warning that was around Joyner is now going to move off. I just got word also Osceola is without power. So let's zoom in.
And Osceola's going to get hit with some more wind coming down Highway 140 here pretty soon as another heavy band of rain moves in. Won't be as strong of wind, but still some gusty winds pushing down Highway 140.
Yeah, Osceola, stay in your safe spot. You're under a tornado warning. Let's stay in our safe spot a little bit longer. That wind is still very, very strong. You just got some really heavy rain continuing also. So Osceola, you're still under a tornado warning. Let's take cover for just a little bit longer. Some of the locations that have had their tornado warnings expire does include Blyville, Caruthersville. That threat is crossing the river now also. So let me widen out. Let's give some all clears.
So they've canceled the tornado warning for Cross, Crittenden, St. Francis, and Poinsett. That one we were just talking about, they just canceled that. The only two warnings we have in effect is for this storm that's really starting to push across the river on the north end there in Pemmican County, and then the southern storm there in Mississippi County. Those are our two tornado warnings left.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. For now, I'm going to draw a line of locations that are doing just fine now. All of this, you guys, for now, I'm not going to give you the all clear because this boundary eventually is going to start lifting back to the north, and we'll have to watch some storms tomorrow. But at least the last data I saw, and I'll dig in here just a little bit more, this is just rain. The severe threat's going to start pushing out. Jace, you got something new?
Yeah, so I just got off the phone with one of my buddies that are trying to get in and help. They said that Lake City is closed. It's closed off at Bay, as in if you're trying to come in through Bay to get to Lake City, the road is blocked by Arkansas State Police there and also Bay Police. Is kind of what he was telling me. So It looks like the way we came in through Lake City through the south, you can't come in from Bay. You can't come off of Old Bay Highway and then come down there at that triangle. It looks like it's blocked off.
Okay, appreciate that. And Aaron?
This is from the Cricket County Emergency Manager. 10 to 15 homes heavily damaged in Monette. 2 people were rescued from a home in Monette. 3 injuries. They're receiving treatment. He's now waiting on word from Lake City, but that's what he has from Monette.
Okay. I tell you what, if we get out of this with just a few injuries, that large of a tornado, that would be absolutely incredible.
And Monette has those 4 new tornado shelters that the mayor has said has stayed full in every event. So people probably have taken these tornado warnings seriously in Lake City and Monette.
All right, go ahead. What did you say, Nikki? All right. Jace, what do you got going on there now?
So I don't have any radar data. So my next question was, is there anything that I need to be watching for?
No, I mean not there. I think you're good there. Heavy rain's going to continue in Mississippi County. As long as you don't go east, I think you're going to be pretty good.
The Westside Consolidated School District, they are asking everybody to stay away from out there. They're saying if you Unless you have business on the West Side campus, do not come to the school.
Okay. Well, all right. Let's clear this off of here. And notice we're going to continue seeing rain, and it'll come back in tomorrow morning also. But right now, we've got a big severe thunderstorm warning that's going to continue with gusty winds. And then we have one tornado warning, 2 tornado warnings that have crossed the river pretty much. And we're still watching this area around Joyner. That's about to move over, and Osceola's seeing some strong wind. What was you saying?
They've gone ahead and on that northern warning in Mississippi County, they've gone ahead and cut that off. Now there's now a new tornado warning. This is for St. Francis and Southern Cross County for a storm that's moving into southern out of Lee County.
Okay.
So this clips the very south sides of wind, but this goes up through Forest City and Colt. And eventually, if this would hold together, moving towards the northeast, would head into towards Earl.
Okay. New radar scan coming in. This is crossing the river. That would be the area we're worried about, and it is crossing over the Mississippi River and moving outside of Region 8 now. So after that, our tornado threat is gone. When does that expire?
The new one or the one in Mississippi County?
The one in Mississippi County.
Give me 1 second.
Because that one's about to cross over. That's about to be gone. Where are we sitting at now?
9:15 or 8:15.
8:15. We're not too far from going back to regular programming.
That warning for Mississippi County expires at 8:30.
8:30. So we're at 8:15. As soon as that crosses over, though, I think we're going to probably go back to regular programming.
We'll just have to watch that storm that's for Southern Cross.
Yeah. No. Okay. So you're saying this one?
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's a brand new tornado warning that was issued for St. Francis and Cross County.
I'm sorry. I was reading something down there, and it looks. Let's see. Oh, radar's real messy down there.
It looks like it's going to be north of the Morrow community in Lee County, the area of rotation,
Gotcha.
and that would track to the northeast towards Forest City. Should stay south of wind, but could clip the southeastern portions of Cross County as that storm moves off towards the north.
Okay. Jace, where are you? What are you doing there? Have you found? Is that the command post there? You might be muted, Jace. Okay. It looks like we can't hear Jace, but looking at, we can go back to that shot. I'm just going to kind of talk over what we're looking at here. He must have pulled up where they have maybe the command post for all of the first responders, because it looks like pretty much everybody there has emergency lights coming through. So credible lightning still there. He's in Lake City. He's going to probably hang out there for just a little bit. Got something new over there?
Getting reports of a gas leak out at West Side.
Really? Out at West Side?
At West Side. We should start getting some pictures. Alejandra Hernandez is in Lake City. She's starting to boot up to get us some pictures there.
And we have some video that has been sent in from our viewers, and if we could take a look at that right now. We're recapping a little bit of that tornado that hit Lake City. Of course, the National Weather Service calling that tornado catastrophic. And you can see how big it is and how much damage it has done, leveling structures there on Cherry Street. Very, very strong winds, powerful winds, as you can see, hitting Lake City there. And of course, lots of first responders trying to get to people and to assess everything in that area. So please stay away. This is not the time to go out and drive around and look around, because as you've heard our meteorologists here tonight say, there are nails, there are boards, there's everything that you can run over with your car. And after the Jonesboro tornado, I know that I had to go to the mall location and lots of folks had flattened tires. So this is not the time to go out and look around. Please let these people who live there have a chance to get their home and things in order so that they can leave for the night and come back tomorrow. And of course, it's raining. There's a lot of rain out there. So we hope that you will heed that advice. And of course, we have lots of stories right now on our website about how tomorrow the West Side schools will be closed. And of course, just a few minutes ago, we heard that there is a potential gas leak there at West Side schools. And also, we've heard that 10 to 15 structures in Monette have been hit, and there have been rescues. So again, make sure that you stay home tonight. Stay away. Let us cover this. We will bring all of this to you. And I think that Ryan and Aaron and Christina have done an outstanding job tonight, giving you a front row seat at trying to stay safe tonight. Now we have more video right now. This is from Monette, is that right? This is from Monette. Take a look at that twister moving along with such power and ferocity. It is huge. You can see why there was damage tonight. And of course, as we mentioned, lots and lots of damage in Lake City. So lots of cleanup to undergo there. The Refuge Church hit once again. I believe, Aaron, is this the third time?
We're starting to hear that it may not be damaged.
Oh, well, then that would be great.
Really came close to it.
That would be wonderful if it's not. Yes.
Starting to see a couple of accidents on I-55. One that's near between Kaiser and Osceola, and the other one between Turl and Clarkdale. The one between Turl and Clarkdale, the truck that was overturned on the interstate. So we do have those two crashes in near Osceola, and the other one near Turl.
It still looks like we got that rotation southwest. Now, this is just outside of Region 8, but you can see there's two areas here. One is right there north of Morrow, and then we've still got this one. This is way down there in Duncan, but we'll have to watch those as they come in.
That one down there in Monroe County should stay to our south and go towards probably Hughes and Horseshoe, Edmonton, Horseshoe Lake, and going towards Memphis that way. We continue with that. It's the tornado warning for eastern parts of Mississippi County. The strongest of this storm has pushed through Osceola. The strongest of this storm has pushed through Wilson, and it's about to cross over the Mississippi River and move into Tennessee. Let's go. We got an RDOT camera that we're going to take a look at. Is this there at Clarkdale, or this one near OC? This is going to be Clarkdale, between Clarkdale and Park, and Clarkdale and Turl, excuse me. You can see traffic moving slowly there. There was that crash there, and you could probably see, Nikki, if you go to the Osceola camera. You can't really see anything from the Osceola camera. Maybe the Kaiser camera. Not seeing really too much there. You can see the heavy rain there, so we continue to see that heavy rain push through the area. Take a look at that the wide view here right quick, and you can see that we still have this line of showers, this line of thunderstorms really stretching now along the river through Mississippi County, back down into Poinsett County, Crittenden County, Cross County, and St. Francis County. Now, everybody to the west of that, if you live in Piggott, Paragould, Jonesboro, Harrisburg, even Wynn now, Newport, Pocahontas, Salem, Doniphan, West Plains, Poplar Bluff, you're in the clear. Kennett, even Caruthersville, you're in the clear now. We're still dealing with that heavy rain and thunderstorm, but the only tornado warning we have right now on the Mississippi County side is right here. This still include Osceola. if we put on the wind mode of the radar, you can see the gusty wind is now east of Osceola, moving across the river, east of Wilson, east of Driver. That's moving into Tennessee and moving out of our area, so that's good news. The other storm we're watching is down to the south, moving out of Lee County, Arkansas into St. Francis County, and that warning still includes portions of Cross County as well. And also, there's this area that's south of Earl.
Yeah.
This area right here still have to watch. There's not a tornado warning with that. And I want to put that in motion.
Match up with radar. Trying to wind up something.
Wind up something, but at very least, some very strong winds just south of Earl. We'll have to watch that tornado warning not in effect for that storm.
It's got a little inflow on it. You see it?
Yeah, right there, just south of Earl. We'll watch that area. There's some rotation there. There's some inflow. If you're in Earl, if you're south of Earl, back over towards Marion, there on Highway 64, or if you know anybody that lives between Marion and Earl on Highway 64, tell them to go ahead and just get in their tornado safe spot, just in case, because we still have what looks like an area, at least some weak rotation there in western parts of Crittenden County, and that will move back up towards Turl here in the next little bit. So we'll still watch this storm, and Ron, that storm coming out of Lee into St. Francis, not really. It's hard to see anything there right now.
Yeah, kind of messy. I mean, if we look at radar, you can see there's kind of two cells merging, and in between there's some strong gusty winds. You see that blue there? But
yeah.
I mean, I'm not seeing any kind of couplet with that.
Yeah, at the very least, there's some strong winds pushing. There's Palestine, that's Forest City, Palestine, and Goodwin, Wheatley. So that's in that area, southern parts of St. Francis County. Just some strong gusty winds right now, looks like, but you're still under tornado warning in Forest City. You're under that tornado warning in Palestine. You may even hear the sirens going off in wind, because this warning does include parts of Cross County, especially on the south and west sides of wind back out towards Village Creek State Park, and then back towards Colt there in northern parts of St. Francis County. New update, still not seeing really much of anything there, just some strong gusty winds, but still tornado warning in effect with that storm. And I'm going to look down to the south and west with that last storm back into Monroe County. Some broad rotation down there. We'll have to watch that. That could move into southern parts of St. Francis County, but that should stay more on the outsides of Region 8. So, put back on the radar. And then let's take a wide view one more time. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Mississippi County, parts of Craighead County, Poinsett County, eastern Poinsett County, Crittenden County, eastern Cross County down to St. Francis County. The heaviest of that storm, though, is already pushed through most of Mississippi County. Some heavy, heavy rain through Mississippi County, and then stretching back down to Crittenden County and into Poinsett County around Mark Tree to Lepanto to Tyronza. And then going to watch that area there in Crittenden County that's had some, we've had some tightening up of that. Not as much right now, but still going to watch this area. Some strong winds through Earl and south of Earl. That's going to head back towards Marion, and then back towards I-55, excuse me. We also do have flash flood warnings in effect. Something we haven't talked about, but still we have flash flood warnings in effect for Cleveland County, White County, in Woodruff County, and you can see rain starting to fill back out towards the west, and we'll have to deal with the rain, especially over the next 3 to 4 days. And we now will transition from not just having to pick up from tornadoes in some of these areas that's been hit by the tornadoes, but we also have to start dealing with the possibility of flooding, as we do have that heavy rain continuing to show up on the models, and we'll continue to see that push through over the next couple of days. But still dealing with that tornado warning, still officially for eastern Mississippi County, for southern parts of Cross County, and a good portion of St. Francis County here for the next little bit. But I think, Ryan, we're starting to see our tornado threat really start to go down across a good portion of Region 8.
Yeah, I agree. Everything's starting to wind down. I think seeing everything wind down just a bit, and we're going to continue to see rain through the overnight. Not sure if we've got Jace there. Jace seems to still be in Lake City. Where are you at right now, Jace? What are you seeing? You there? Well, Jace, if you're there, we can't hear you. It looks like he's going down maybe one of the streets there in Lake City. We'll get back to him in just a minute. We'll see if we can get in contact with him. Do we have anyone else that's out in the field yet? Say that again. Okay, Jace, are you there?
I am.
Yeah, where you at? What are you seeing?
So we're on Cherry Street. Maddie and Alejandra are in front of us. We're trying to give them a little bit of light. They're out walking with the camera, so we're trying to give them a little bit of light. Here at Cherry Street, not seeing a lot of damage to homes, but seeing a lot of tree damage. And I'm talking large trees. These you know, this isn't your typical, you know, shrub in the middle of the yard. I mean, these are very large oak trees. I saw 2 pine trees that have been that fell over on a fence. So here on Cherry Street, a lot of tree damage rather than home damage, which is a good thing. And I also haven't seen any damage to like a tree falling on a home, but tree on top of vehicles.
Okay.
We also have Maddie Sexton and Alejandro Hernandez in Lake City.
Yeah, that's them right there in front. He's walking.
Yeah, we're look at this tree over here to the right.
And I think we also have their shot.
Go ahead. What's shot is this? Okay. Can they hear us? Okay, so they're in just the dark right now. So what you're looking at is just raw video of them coming into Lake City right now with Maddie Sexton and Alejandra Hernandez. Checking on people, checking on the situation. We know a lot of people are wondering about their loved ones there, and we're just trying to figure that all out for you.
And that brings up the question, Ryan. A lot of people are worried about their loved ones. They can't reach them over the cell phones, and that's important. We have to point out that, you know, tornadoes take out cell towers, and so don't automatically assume the worst, because many times the cell tower is down and you can't get a call out, you can't get a call in. So please be patient in situations like this. And I think we have some more footage tonight in the back from our viewers who've sent some in. We have our producer, oh, Maddie. Okay, let's see what she's got.
Okay, they can hear us.
Yes, Maddie,
Yes,
can
I
you
think
hear
so.
me? What do you see?
Yes, Diane, I can hear you. Okay, so we're over here on Cherry Street right now. Can y'all see me?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you can see, there's not a whole lot of damage to these homes, but right here you can see it looks like a shed from somewhere flown and hit this home on Cherry Street. There are massive trees just extremely uprooted, falling on these houses. It's cut into Lake City. Power lines were covered in the road, so be sure to really watch out where you're driving. Don't drive over those. There is a chance you could be electrocuted and be in an even worse situation than what Lake City is in right now. You can see just these masses. I don't know if they are already here or if they flew in from somewhere else, but we did drive by the school as well. It doesn't seem that there's a whole lot of damage at the school. However, there is a bunch of emergency personnel in the parking lot. I'm not sure why that is. I couldn't tell if the school had been hit from driving around both sides of it. So I'm not sure if that's like where their command center is kind of set up right now. But everyone that I've talked to that lives over here has said that they're all good. Everyone is safe. I believe there might have been a mobile home that was destroyed at the end of the street. That's what one resident told me. But right now, everyone I've spoken to, no injuries, everyone is safe. So that's the good news that comes out of here in Lake City.
And Maddie, can you tell us once again what street you are on?
Cherry Street.
You're on Cherry
It is
Street.
right. Yes, it's right in front of the school, Riverside High School. You can't miss the damage when you're coming in off of Highway 18. It is really, really heartbreaking. There was lots of homes damaged as we were coming in to Lake City, but there's a lot of emergency personnel filling the streets right now. We were able to get in. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be letting people in. I believe there's a big lightning right here. The rain has let up a little bit, but it's still coming down on us.
And those are huge trees. You know, you can really tell that they've been around a while.
Yes, absolutely. I think if I can look up in these trees, there are cars. I'm seeing smushed barbecue grills, trash cans, and there's the water here when you get into these yards is like at least ankle deep, if not deeper. So definitely with the more rain that we're expecting, not looking good over here for the flooding purposes, because things are already starting to puddle up real deep.
Right. To see that kind of damage, I know a lot of people sought shelter and they were in those storm shelters when that tornado went through the area. You haven't come across anyone that was hurt?
Yes. Oh, I wonder if they can get back here. We can I can see parts of this mobile home or trailer that was completely demolished. Oh, is this deep? It looks like it's going to be deep.
You be careful, Maddie. We don't want you to get hurt. We don't want that.
Yes, we're trying to be as safe as we can. Here's another tree, massive, that's just been uprooted. I mean, this thing was probably hundreds of years old. If you look right beyond this tree, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, it's very dark out here. Has power. It is dark. Every house is dark. There are no lights on. But I am seeing a structure that was completely demolished. I think that's what the people were telling me, that this was a mobile home. Are you able to see that at all?
It's pretty dark, but
Oh,
lightning.
maybe that lit up some for you.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot of people over here, so I hope those people were safe. Hopefully they weren't home. Because yes, that is completely demolished. But this isn't even the worst of the town. Like I said, there are several homes that the roofs were taken off, suffering major damage. Right when you come in, you can see them both on the left and the right side of Highway 18. But over here, mainly just a whole lot of trees. Cleanup is going to be extremely difficult, I have a feeling.
And difficult because we are expecting a lot of rain in the coming days. So that really is going to hamper a lot of this recovery effort.
And with that rain, Diana,
sorry,
they're
Diana,
drafting a new flash flood warning across eastern parts of Arkansas. That will be coming out here in just a little bit, so we'll be able to get you those counties in just a minute. But just while I got you, we still have that tornado warning in effect for St. Francis County and for Cross County. Now, the good news is with that warning and with that storm, we're not seeing those strong indications of tornadoes like we did a little bit earlier, like we saw when it moved through Lake City and moved through. There's that new flash flood warning. It does include places to wind up into Poinsett County, excuse me, just outside of Craighead County, but still, even if you're in Craighead County, still dealing with that heavy rain. So parts of Pemiscot, Mississippi, Poinsett, Crittenden, Cross, St. Francis County is now under a flash flood warning. Still have that tornado warning. The strongest winds right now are over southern part, over Forest City, really. And you see that new tornado warning just popped up. That's going to move outside of Region 8. That's going to move through, say, Hughes over to Horseshoe Lake, and that will move towards Memphis. We're watching this area, still just some very gusty winds. This tornado warning goes until 9 o'clock. And on top of that, we have a severe thunderstorm warning. I'm going to put the radar back on. a severe thunderstorm warning for a good portion of St. Francis County, southeastern parts of Cross County, all of Crittenden County, a small portion of Cross County, and then back into parts of Mississippi County as well. Severe thunderstorm warning with that storm as that pushes across the river. So the good news is, put on the radar, go back to the wide view. Our tornado threat is going down significantly across Region 8, and our severe weather threat is going down as well. We still have this little line of strong storms through southern Mississippi, over through Crittenden, into St. Francis and parts of Cross County. The rest of us, thunder and lightning, yes. Heavy rain at times in some of these pockets, especially back out in parts of Lawrence County and Independence County, Jackson County. But the severe threat is starting to move away. Tornado warning in effect down here till 9 o'clock, but that storm not looking as impressive as it might have did just a little bit ago, as it was back down towards, say, the Morrow community just outside of St. Francis County. We still also have this tornado warning in effect for parts of Mississippi County, but really the strongest part of that storm has now moved to Tennessee, and that is no longer a big threat to us, Diana.
You know, Aaron, we've talked about how there's damage in Lake City, there's damage in Monette. What about Leachville? Have you heard much out of Leachville? Haven't heard much out of Leachville, but I was taking a look at RDOT. The roads, Highway 77 and also Highway 18 right there at Leachville's closed. We're still trying to get details there in Leachville. Also, we do have something we haven't touched on in a while. We do have that damage in Randolph County. The Shannon community, you've probably heard us talk about the Shannon community a lot the last couple of weeks. It was hit back on March 14th. Looks like they were hit with another strong storm, possible tornado earlier as well. We'll have to check in on that. That was back up in the Corning. So we have several areas in Region 8 where we are dealing with that tornado, or at least that strong storm damage. Parts of Randolph, Clay County, through Poinsett and Craighead, and parts of Mississippi County as well, Diana. You know, in the Shannon community, there were lots and lots of electrical crews out there trying to put poles back up because that other tornado just snapped all of them. And then there was all the debris, and students from area schools, you know, they went out there and helped try to clean up. And so what video do we have now, Nikki? We have some footage of the Clay County damage. You can see right there, wow, the roof just peeled back. That is, and this is in Clay County. Does it say a city on there? Clay County. Okay, so that's what we're seeing out of Clay County. We will, of course, have lots of photos that are going to be made available on our website as they come in from viewers right here in Region 8. So much to take in. You know, Aaron, Ryan called this historical. Have we ever seen this many tornadoes on the ground or this kind of rotation in one night? The only other time I can think of, from what I have experienced, was just a couple of weeks ago, back in on March 14th. Now, you could probably go back, probably back to 1999, when we had all those tornadoes that moved across Arkansas. But these are events that usually happen. If we go back to 99 from now, that's been almost 30 years. So really, it's generational, and to think that we had kind of 2 nights like this within a 3-week span, it's kind of hard to wrap around. But it's something that and this storm is not over with yet. We talk about historical. We have the tornado threat today. We still have the threat for strong to severe thunderstorms tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. Not to the scale and extent that we saw today, but we'll have that threat for rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms as we head the rest of the week and into the weekend, but also the heavy rain threat. We're going to start looking at the damage across Region 8, and then we'll have to, on top of that, deal with the heavy rain on the next few days, and then the possibility of some catastrophic flooding, especially on the rivers, as we head into next week. So this is really just the start of this whole situation we're going to have to deal with across the region for the next several days, with the tornadoes and damage tonight.
strong storms with strong gusty winds as we head to the rest of the weekend, and then the flooding threat and the river flooding that will possibly come with that as we head into next week.
And you mentioned a couple of days ago that this was generational. It's a generational event. I don't know if I've ever heard that before, where it's that historic.
It's something that a lot of us will, it's something that's going to happen every 25 to 50 years. If you think about generational events that we've seen, we start thinking about the floods on the Black River and the White River that we saw floods in 2008, and then again in 2011, and then 2017. Things that you would think we wouldn't see every few years, more 10 to 20 years, we're starting to see it a little bit more frequently. But this is also going to be a generational event. We could get anywhere from 6 to 12 inches of rain over the next few days, and that's just going to lead to a whole other slew of problems out there.
The difference between tonight versus 1999, I was here, Terry Wood was here, and those storms just kept training up from the south and going to the east through Region 8. And we didn't have the capabilities that we have today to track storms. And I think that's a big lifesaver, because when we told everyone tonight, take cover, they did. And look at Lake City. I mean, they had just a little while to take cover, and many, many did.
And that's the great thing about technology, and it keeps evolving. We're able now to actually see where the tornado is on radar. And I think that's really something that people are attuned to now, actually saying, oh, there's that blue circle on the radar. That's where the tornado is. I need to take cover. So we now have all those pieces of technology. Hey, that tornado warning from Mississippi County just expired. So that's some good news right there. Our only tornado warning we have in Region 8 is in parts of Cross County and St. Francis County. And with that storm down there, it does not look anywhere as strong as it was just a little bit ago. Still, tornado warning. This is now to the east of Forest City, and that will continue to move over into southern parts of Crittenden County and move out of our area. And we are now left with mostly heavy rain. We do have some flash flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings, Ryan, but really the worst of this is now starting to push across the river and out of our area.
As you know, we're going to start winding coverage down here in just a bit, but you know, we've got heavy rain still continues, but the dangerous weather, we're going to watch the southern parts of the area that looks to slide just down to our south. What's probably going to happen here, we're sitting at 8:46 right now. We're probably going to rejoin regular programming, regroup. We've got crews out all over the place, and kind of get everything together for KAIT News at 10. So let's take an hour to just take a deep breath. If anything does happen to unfold here in this heavy rain that is down to the south, whether it be some sort of flash flood emergency or if another tornado warning does come out, of course we will break back in. But we're going to get with our reporters. We're going to get all the information that we can.
This is, I just want to get this in right quick. This is from the Craighead County OEM. Initial damage reports from Lake City, 10 to 12. Homes damage, 4 minor injuries. Trees and power lines are down widespread, but 4 minor injuries only reported right now in Lake City.
Okay, so we had 4 minor injuries there. We had a few injuries, minor.
Monette. We had four injuries, 3 injuries or 4 injuries in Monette, 4 injuries in Lake City. Okay. That's what we're hearing right now. We're not hearing of any fatalities anywhere in Region 8.
Let me tell you what, if we can get through this night, and I know first responders are still out there, they're still going through the rubble and everything else. If we can get through this night with no fatality, it is nothing short of a miracle.
Yes.
So here's what we're going to do. It's 8:47. We've got crews out and about. I may check in with Jace one more time. Jace, I'm going to check in with you before we rejoin regular programming. Where are you at right now? And then, of course, we'll come back to you at 10 o'clock. Okay, it looks like we don't have Jace.
Yeah, hey Ryan.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
yeah, there you go.
Hey Ryan, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I've been in and out of the vehicle, but we're still here on Cherry Street. I've seen a lot of people out walking and talking, So I was kind of chatting with them, you know, getting their story, getting their side. I'm pretty sure that Maddie and Alejandra found a lady that had her house hit. I think they'll probably have that on KAIT News at 10. But we're going to go back to the school, see what we can learn kind of about the recovery efforts here, and I guess we'll take it from there.
All right. Appreciate that, Jason. Well, for meteorologist Jace Passmore and meteorologist Christina Ballantyne, who hopefully is asleep because she's going to be on Good Morning Region 8 tomorrow morning, and Diana Davis and Aaron Castleberry and a whole slew of people behind the scenes here. We're going to rejoin regular programming. We're going to get as much information as we can and have an update for you on KAIT News at 10.